I know if I'm just showing up in your timeline for the first time, you're just looking at your YouTube and you see my video, I'm there live, or you're looking at your timeline on X and you see me, this face popping up on your timeline. Karibu sana. Take a minute and go to my YouTube channel. Type in Kenya Revolutionary. The name is right there, just so you can get the right spelling. Hapo tu, unaona hapo hivyo. All right, that's Kenya Revolutionary, all right? Do the first thing, the first order of business. You know that, you know the deal. If you already subscribed, the first order of business is to like the video, okay? Share it, comment, tell me what you think. I need your feedback on what I'm talking about, because I think Kenya, we are at crossroads, or rather, we are heading to a revolution, maybe, or maybe it's a false flag. We shall explore all that, okay? If it's your first time here and you're seeing this face and you wonder who I am, again, I've told you my name right there. Go to YouTube, type it. I have tons of videos there. You can go through it, like them, share, and most importantly, subscribe to the channel and put your notification on, so every time I come in, you can always find me here. Ama namna gani? Sawa basi. Okay, mada ya leo, how to remove Ruto from power now. Not 2027, now. Not 2027, now. As I mentioned in my previous video yesterday, that Ruto needs, I gave the reasons why, major reasons why Ruto should be impeached immediately. I gave the reasons. I won't go through it, but I might just rehash them for those of you who missed it. If you haven't, please go check my video from yesterday and like it, subscribe to the channel. I told you I have some good stuff in here, good stuff that can help you, especially now that we are really standing up, most Kenya that is, are standing up against this finance bill. It is an opportunity for us to remove the leaders that we do not approve of, especially their actions, whether it's an MCA, senator, MP, member of parliament, or a governor, or the president himself, okay? Because it's been, not I won't call it an atrocity, but I might as well call it that. But it has been a disastrous, 2 years of governing by this Kenya Kwanza administration, and we've seen every cabinet secretary who has been interviewed in the major media stations embarrass themselves, can't explain themselves, don't even know what bottom-up economic model is, okay, let alone spell it, okay, or pronounce it. It's been just drama after drama. This administration has been riddled with corruption, cases of corruption, every case being thrown out for lack of enough evidence, which we know, that it's just a bunch of bull, okay? But we've seen this. And I think the Kenyans, with this finance bill that has been proposed by this administration, Kenyans are saying, enough is enough. We cannot go on like this. Something has to change. And the first target that Kenyans are targeting are the members of parliament, which I agree with. But here's the thing, and this is where I come in for the topic today. As you can see, the mistakes Kenyans should not make. Now, the topic is how to remove Ruto from power. I think Kenyans have an idea of what to do. But I want to emphasize on the mistake, a major mistake that we always make time after time, that we make, and we find ourselves in the very same place that we were trying to move on from. So this mistake, I will explain what not to do. Let me get to the point today. There's some videos I want you guys to play so I can remind you and just show you a glimpse of what is happening up there. And boy, oh boy, may I say, I am proud of Kenyans. I am proud because it is catching up on the ground and people are repulsed by the idea of these fake leaders who come to the ground, smile with us, tell us things that we want to hear. But when it's time to deliver, they do not deliver, while they squander and embezzle the public resources that are supposed to be used to develop our country, be used to provide services for us, be used to create jobs for the wananchi. This is boiling up nicely, just to quote Gabriel Ogoda. But let's get to the point. I want to play some videos so you can get what I'm trying to talk about. Because this, I'm telling you, is just things are cooking nicely. Okay? Let me start by a video. Let me start by a video by one gentleman that was speaking facts. He said something that, I kind of agree with. Okay? Are we ready, ladies and gentlemen, brothers, sisters, friends, and comrades? Subscribe, like the video. I'm getting started right now. Let me play you the video so you can get an idea of what I'm talking about. By the way, if you're going to watch this video or repeat later on because you couldn't catch this live show, I know it's probably late in Kenya, late in some other parts of the world, whether you're from Asia, Africa, Europe, America, New Zealand, Antarctica, Atlantis, whatever the case is. I know maybe it's late wherever you are. So if you're going to catch this on repeat, please, the rules are the same. The first order of business is to like the video. The second order is, if you haven't subscribe. And the third is what? Comment, share, okay? And put your notification on so you can always get me when I come in. Let's start with the first video. Let's get to the matter. I don't want to, waffle around. Let's get to the matter issue, okay? Sawa, twende. Wachani wacheze the first video so you can get what I'm talking about. This is sentiment from somebody who is on the ground, and he was speaking for millions of
to MCS and women rep. We are going to deal with you. Let me tell you, we are waiting for these members of parliament. Wapitishe your bill, waone. Mukijaribu kupitisha your bill, we are not going to consider anyone. We are going to start from even the head of the state. We are going to the governors. We are coming to the senators, to the members of parliament, to MCS and women rep. We are going to deal with you. Hata mkikuwa wapi, tukiona tu gari yenyu, tuna stone hiyo gari. Mkipitisha hii finance bill, mtaona, mtajua ni nyinyi ndio tumeweka kwa hiyo kiti. You will know that we are the people who voted for you. You are our representatives. You must respect Kenyans. You must respect citizens who voted for you to be the president, to be the governor, and to be the member of parliament, to be even the MC and women rep. We are going to deal with you. Tukiwaona anywhere, we are going to deal with you. Tukiona motoked yako inapita, we are going to deal with your motoked so that you can listen to us. Why can't you listen to us? Why can't you listen to Kenyans who are crying day and night and telling you the finance bill 2023-2024 ilitumiza, and now you are coming even adding more taxes, and we are telling you, please don't pass this finance bill, itatumiza zaidi, and you are telling us no, we are going to do it irrespective of what. Even a member of parliament, you are telling us that tunaenda kupitisha kufurahisha Ruto. Pitisha hiyo kitu alafu tunakungoja kwa ground. We are not going to wait for 2027. We are going to deal with you. We are going to deal with you. Hiyo moto na hiyo security yako unakuanga nayo. We are going to show you that sisi ndio tuko wengi kuliko hiyo security yako. Tunaenda kukwambia, we will tell you, we will show you. Wangoja uone. Pitisha hiyo kitu, hiyo time ukipitisha tu hivi. Make sure me resign and we don't see you. Even that parliament, tutakuja kwa hiyo parliament and we will burn it down because you don't listen to Kenyans. We are telling you we are suffering, but you don't listen. Just try. Pitisha hiyo bill uone. We are coming for you.
There you go. No mincing of words and no beating around the bush. Pass it and you will see dust, so to speak. But let me say, I want to use that as the first way, the easiest way that you can do this. Remove Ruto constitutionally. Okay? Let me tell you this. And this gentleman has highlighted this. Let's use this finance bill as a catalyst to remove Ruto before 2027. How are we going to do that? This gentleman has highlighted that. Okay, the first step is to target these representatives. Because remember, in order to impeach him, we will probably be relying on these MPs and senators to vote a vote of no confidence to remove Ruto. Mind you, these guys might not do that as it stands, because you heard him say most of these MPs, some of them, the Tugegas or whatever you want to call them, they're still, they're vowing to vote for this finance bill, not because it's good for Kenyans, but just to show their loyalty to President Ruto. What kind of reasoning is this? Representatives should be voting according to what their constituency wants. Members of their constituents want, not because to show loyalty for their party leader, the president. Conversely, the Azimio folks were telling us that they were going to converge and have a meeting on how they are going to vote whether they're going to vote no or not. That's not the issue here. I want to be very clear. Okay? For the Azimio folks to meet, have a meeting, emergency meeting, whatever the case is before the vote, and corral the members of parliament to vote in a certain way by itself is not how the process of the democratic process should take place. That the process should take place in such manner. Listen carefully. The member of parliament should go back to Mashinani, his constituency, and have a public participation, okay, and get the views of the guys that voted him or her to the parliament, factor in his vote and form an opinion, go and vote according to what your constituency, what they want. Don't meet up as a party and decide we are going to vote this way. Every constituency should be reflected, their views, the majority view of a certain constituency should be reflected by the vote of their representative. Okay? So, for example, if Babu Owino goes to Langata East, not Langata East, where is he from? Embakasi East, whatever, that's his constituency. Okay? Goes and have public participation. Then the people of Embakasi tells Babu Owino, hey, listen, Babu Owino, we do not want this finance bill for the reason A, B, C, and D. Then Babu Owino can, make a report, come back to Parliament, and when it's time to vote, he can vote down this finance bill based on the majority view of his people, the people who sent him there. Babu Owino should not solely vote because his party leader told him to vote a certain way. He should only vote according to what people in the ground want. You understand? So it works both ways. So when these MPs, whether they say they're going to vote for this finance bill because of Ruto or because of Raila Odinga, that is something that's not how it should be working. They should vote according to what their people who voted, who took them to that parliament, who voted them to that position to represent them, want, because they work for us, not the other way around. We don't work for the political parties, okay? These people are supposed to be working for the people, not their political party and their political leader. You understand? That's the number one mistake that Kenyans should not make. Number two, okay, and I'm going back to this gentleman here of these MPs, okay? Let's make sure that it is public. We know the names of who voted what, because what I can see, the mischief that might happen when it comes to this vote is this. They might try to come up with a way of not being transparent as to who showed up to vote, who voted it yay, or who voted nay. These MPs are very crafty. They know on the ground things are not sweet. People are mad. And the people have the right to target these MPs. Okay? So what they'll try to do, hii mambo ya abscond the vote, people who don't, watu ambao walipewa pesa from the opposition ambao walijifanya ati watakuwa absent on that day, they should be considered as people who voted yes for this vote. You have no reason to not show up on that day. That's your primary responsibility, is to legislate. Okay? Before even you get to check the president. Okay? So we should hold them responsible. So the tricky way I see these parliamentarians, the thing that they try to do, watajaribu kuweka that vote, that process to be opaque. Hawataka kuwa transparent. Watajifanya ati, oh, we'll not show you who voted what and how they voted, to avoid backlash. Okay? But again, the first step of removing Ruto is by putting pressure on the members of parliament and Senate, especially the members of parliament. That's a first step. So we're in the first direction, okay? To wake pressure kwa hawa members of parliament. We want to know who voted what. Now, some of you might come here and tell me, hey, listen, that's a an exercise on whatever. It's a futile exercise, okay? Exercise in futility. And I will say this because I know the people, they'll argue this at the Kenya Kwanza, they have the majority. So if they all agree that they'll vote for president, itapitishwa. No, they will not. They don't have the majority. Let me tell you what's happening right now. Let me take a sip. Pay attention. I want you to pay attention. Hii ni siasa kali. This is real politics. Hii ni siasa 101. Wacha ile siasa ya kupiga makelele huku. Tuongee kwa sababu hii finance bill inakuja, and this can be a catalyst to remove Ruto sooner than before 2027. So pay careful attention. Skiza, kama unakunywa maji, chukua maji ukunywe. Kama unavuta bangi, weka bangi chini. Kama unakunywa pombe, weka pombe chini. Listen to me. I want you to be sober. This finance bill can be a catalyst to a revolution that will remove Ruto before 2027. Ask me how. I can hear you say how. Listen to me carefully. This, if you look at Central Province, that was the majority bloc, voting bloc, that helped President Ruto become the president today, that voted him in. And what is happening right now, the Central Province, most of their representatives are turning away from Ruto because the policies that Ruto has been advancing are, as you know, are not favorable to them. And there's this Gachagua factor that's happening. Okay? I'm coming. So the ground in Mount Kenya, the voters are not happy with President Ruto. They are not happy with who? President Ruto. So that's an advantage. If you look at that voting block, you saw the Limuru 3, Wakina Muchomba, who are UDA, who are turning their backs on the Kenya Kwanza side, Mahasla, the Biashara, on the ground in Central Province, Mount Kenya region, they're not happy with Ruto. And with the pressure that's been growing on the ground, putting pressure to vote against this finance bill will force these folks to vote against it. Now, if these MPs tukiwaambia, the way we are telling them, that we shall not stand with you if you vote for this finance bill, and not only that, if you vote for it, we are going to impeach you. Hawa majamaa, remember, wanapenda cheo na pesa. Kitu mbili, that's why they get bought. Cheo na pesa. Ruto is able to bribe them because they like money, but he can only bribe them as long as they stay in that position as MPs. Because if they are not MPs, Ruto has no use for them. Kama si members of parliament, Ruto cannot bribe them because they'll be useless to Ruto. They are only taking that bribe because as of right now, they are comfortable. They are members of parliament. And they think they cannot be removed from that chair. So if we take that power away from them by voting them out or telling them, okay, tunawaambia, we are going to give them a condition, ultimatum. The ultimatum is this: you vote for that finance bill, we are going to start a process of removing you as an MP. We are not even start the process, we are going to remove you. You do that, we remove you. And listen to me, the same can be applied if there was a motion to remove Ruto. A vote of no confidence. Like I said right now, the only members of parliament that will vote to keep Ruto in power as of today are members of parliament who are from Rift Valley. let's be real. The only members of parliament that will keep Ruto in power, if there was a vote of no confidence on Ruto, is MPs from where? From Rift Valley. Today, given what is on the ground. Saizi wananchi wakiamka wakasema, wakaambia MPs, the MPs, whether it's the Western Province, Coast Province, Nyanza Province, and Central Province, with the advent of the nonsense that has been happening in Mount Kenya regarding Gachagua, Limuru 3, and all that. If there was a vote of no confidence and the people put pressure on their MPs to remove him, Ruto will be removed before 2027. Let me show you another video that I want to show you and help you and see how Sakaja was treated when he went uko mashinani. Alikuwa anatembea huko Nairobi. I want to show you how they treated Sakaja. Governor Sakaja, stoned by angry Kariobangi residents. I'll show you. Miss, you enjoy. Let's see it. Work with me. I'm going to work with you. We have to be organized in order to remove this guy. Let's see. Wacha nionyeshe mara moja. Very quickly, this video. Are you ready? And you.
Kila mahali muda. Amepasua kioo. Amepasua kioo. Yote. Amepasua kioo. Tuge mdomo bana. Wanafungia gari kwa nini? Ndio kukia bwana. Wewe ni kasheria? Au ni yule mwingine. Kasheria kwa hapo ndani. Kasheria kwa hapo ndani. Kasheria kwa hapo ndani. Hapo hajaumia. Alipata Lexus. Shikiliani vioo zisivunjike. Shikiliani vioo na mikono zisivunjike. Hapo sawa beach. Beach hapo sawa. Hiyo side nimesaidia sana.
All right. I know most of you must be wondering what's this video. You must be wondering what's that video all about. If to give you context, that was part of Sakaja, Governor Sakaja, Governor of Nairobi, Sakaja's motorcade. They went to, I think it was Kariobangi. Wakaanza kuchapwa mawe. People stoned him to almost, well, they didn't stone him to akukufa, but he was basically, the motorcade was walimchapa na mawe. Why? Because they've rejected Sakaja. They've rejected Sakaja. They do not want Sakaja. Wakamchapa mawe. So that video it was taken by members of his entourage, his motorcade. Walichapa mawe, they had to run. Unaona kio ilibanjuka. That is what I'm telling you. Now, I've mentioned this. The first step of removing Ruto is this. Put pressure on your MPs. It's been put to pressure. That's why I'm saying this finance bill can be a catalyst on removing President William Ruto. I told you, you give these MPs an ultimatum. Ukivote yes for this finance bill, tunakutoa. Unatolewa. Tunaanza immediately. Immediately tukiangalia tu hapo kwa Hansa, tukiangalia uli vote yes. Whether you are Azimio or Kenya Kwanza, we are removing you. Tunakutoa. Impeach. The process starts. All of you, hata kama ni 100, nyote mnaanza. It will be coordinated. Tunawatoa nyote. Now, once we've removed you, tutarudi na another ultimatum. Tutaambia one of our representatives introduce a motion of tukuninio ya vote of no confidence on Ruto, to remove Ruto, and based on the violation, lack of the respect of the Constitution. He has violated the Constitution several times. That's grounds for impeachment. And we, those members of parliament, shall vote on it. And again, wananchi shall put ultimatum. Ultimatum again. That is the word of the day. Vote. No, ukivote kuweka Ruto aendelee mpaka 2027, tunakutoa immediately. If you vote to keep Ruto on power, unatolewa. Na nyinyi pia watu wa Azimio. And this is the mistake I want to go on Kenyans. That's what I'm saying. This is the mistake that we should not let happen again. Now, Kenya, munisikie vizuri. This mistake shall not be repeated again. And this is the mistake to do. Don't be fooled by this fake opposition that they will carry out the will of the people. Don't let this hii uchungu tuko nayo kama wa Kenya, don't let that be hijacked by the opposition. Unakumbuka vile wa Kenya walianza kukasirika of bei ya high of living, standard of living, high cost of living. Unakumbuka? That is the very same time when the Azimio folks were fighting for government of national unity. That is when they called their first press conference wakisema ati they want something akin to the Kofi Annan Accord. Then they started seeing people protesting over the cost of living. Guess what they did? Wakadandia hiyo mambo ya cost of living. Wakajifanya ati cost of living should be the first one. And after the NADCO compilation proposal was concluded, after they've pocketed 100 million, led by Kalonzo Musyoka and others, okay, cost of living was never addressed in that NADCO report. Why? They used it, they hijacked the people's outrage to renew their cause, so that they can send Raila Odinga to AUC. So they want to use this. Unaona saizi wamesikia watu wamekasirika kwa ground. What happened after that? Kalonzo Musyoka mbio with Azimio ni minions. Unajua Raila yeye ameshapata yake. He's running for AUC, so he cannot be that vocal. Unaona? But as soon wameona Azimio wanajifanya, soon as they see kwa ground watu wamekasirika, this control opposition, they want to hijack the movement. The organic movement that have started in the ground, the outrage, the revolution that have started organically by the people, Azimio want to hijack it. Ndio maana wameona wakapima weather, wakasikia ground imekuwa hot. Unaona Kalonzo ameingia na ninio, ameingia na toa press conference ati we shall redirect our MPs because they want to hijack it, and once they hijack that ninio, wataipoesha, watasema okay, well, let's negotiate with the president of the day. Alafu wataenda watasema okay, you know, in order for us to have peace, ndio watu wakwae na ninio peace kwa ground, let us put this NADCO report, ndio watu wapate macheo. They want to hijack this movement. Wacha nionyeshe. You saw that 2 days when Kalonzo Musyoka aliingia hapo na hiyo kichwa yake. Listen to him. Kwa sababu Raila cannot give that press conference. Kwa Raila ashanunuliwa, he's going to AUC. At least that's what he thinks he's going to do. So let's not make mistake like that. Let it be organic. Whether wewe ni mtu wa Mount Kenya, mtu wa Coast, mtu wa West, mtu wa Nyanza, together to remove our say, to remove Ruto. Na MP yoyote ambayo atapiga kura, number 1, to support this finance bill, or number 2, to vote to keep Ruto, ataondolewa, impeached immediately. Wacha niwachezee Kalonzo Musyoka. Let me play Kalonzo Musyoka. Wacha niwachezee Kalonzo Musyoka. You'll see they're trying to hijack this movement. Let's not be fooled by these people. Na msikuwe na ile ukabila, tukae kama Wakenya, tutoe hawa MP. Kama MP wa Mount Kenya amevote yes, hii finance bill tumtoe. Kama MP wa Western Province amevote niyo, tumtoe. Kama ni MP wa Nyanza, hata kama ni Babu Owino amevote yes for this finance bill, tumtoe. Let me show you that video. Wao watu wa Azimio walipima kwa ground, watu wataki finance bill, wakadandia. Because they want to be hijack this ground, built from the ground, this outrage, this revolutionary movement, this outrage that people have against Ruto and this Kenya Kwanza regime. They want to hijack to make it as if this is their movement as the Azimio folks, so that they can control it. Ndio watu wakikasirika waende wakanegotiate to get a position for themselves, and we should not let them have it. So the same ultimatums that we have for Ruto, the same ultimatums that we have for Kenya Kwanza administration is the same ultimatums that we shall give to Azimio politicians. Do not let Kalonzo Musyoka, Raila Odinga, and Azimio folks to hijack this revolutionary movement that has been started up from the ground. Do not let them do that again. Kwa sababu every time hawa majamaa wanakuja wanachukua this movement, alafu wanajifanya ati sasa hao ndio the head of the revolutionary movement. Then they use it to go negotiate for power, for chairs. Don't let them do that this time. Kenyans, we cannot make that mistake again. Let every constituency, MP yoyote ambao ata vote for finance bill and will vote for Ruto to stay in power should be impeached, and we shall start the process immediately. Whether you're Azimio or whether you're Kenya Kwanza, it's time for people to take back their power, the constitutional power, the sovereign power that they have. Usiwache wakina Kalonzo waingie kwa hii kitu. Wanataka kujiingiza kwa hii movement, ndio wajifanya ati hao ndio sawa wamesimamia ati wanataka kutoa Ruto. Usiwache wakina Sifuna waingie kwa hii kitu. Ini wananchi ndio wanaongea. We gave them a chance to represent us. We gave Raila Odinga a chance to represent us. We even made him a president. Na alituuza in 2017, 2013, 2022. Waone, look at them now. Walisikia kwa ground mambo nani Sakaja amechapwa mawe hapo. And people are targeting the MPs. Are calling the phone numbers, we're exposing the phone numbers of MPs. Wanapigiwa simu wanaambiwa msifanye, hata ulisikia Selasa akiongea. We are calling these MPs. Azimio wakasikia hiyo kitu, ukawaona sasa wakaita press conference, sasa wanajifanya wanataka kukuwa the head of this movement. They want to hijack what is happening. Because they are the control opposition. Wanajifanya ngati sasa hao pia ndio opposition. Sasa hao pia wanataka kusimama na watu. No. When you chose and agreed on that NADCO report, that is the day that we knew that Azimio, you are useless, all of you. Martha Karua, Babu Owino, Sifuna, Raila Odinga, and the rest of you. You are part of the government. You are part of the problem in Kenya. So msikuja hapo na hiyo ujinga yenu. We are not buying it. Na hata wapi wanafaa kuchapwa mawe. The next time tukiona watu kama Babu Owino wanakuja and they absconded from voting. Mawe, nyote. Tuanze na Kalonzo Musyoka na Raila Odinga, nyote. Na Ruto, nyote, mawe. We are going, this is the ultimatum tutawapatia. Finance bill, mkivote your finance bill, I'll play that gentleman one more time. I'll play him one more time. I like his opinion. Naichezea tena. I want you to listen to him. Nyinyi mkiendelea ati mnataka kuhijack movement. Hey, look at what happened. Ngoja niwachezee ingine. Ngojeni kidogo. I'm with you. Like the video. Msijaribu wakati. Like the video. Nitaonyesha ingine. Haya, revolution imeanza. Hallelujah. Kama mjaninio, hebu waendelee. So you see, the Neo people have started rebelling against this administration, and it's organic. This is not Kenya Kwanza. This is not Azimio. Azimio have already signed an agreement with Kenya Kwanza on that NADCO nonsense, and they pocketed 100 million that was given to them illegally. So they are pretending kudandia hii movement ambayo umeanza. That's why I'm saying, hizi manamba ambayo tunapigia watu, let it not be just only the Kenya Kwanza phone numbers, MPs phone number, after our Azimio. Na hata hawa watu wakikataa, I've said it, it is an ultimatum that is going to be given to every member of parliament of all the 47 counties and constituencies. They're not 47, they are probably more than that. But every MP will be given an ultimatum by the wananchi. Vote for hii finance bill, tunakuchapa mawe na tutakutoa, and we shall remove you from office. And not only that, we shall also give you the second ultimatum. After hii finance bill, tunaweka ultimatum ya kutoa Ruto. Ultimatum, a vote of no confidence. Na tuone nani atavote kukeep Ruto. Ukivote kukeep Ruto, tunakutoa kwa power. Tunakutoa immediately. And I know, meka ninio hapo ndio unaona, I told you from the last video, that's the reason why they haven't picked IEBC chairperson, the commissioners. They haven't, because they know it's coming. Look at Kalonzo Musyoka. Musyoka kiliingia ati walisikia ninio, Azimio walisikia fununu ati kwa ground mambo mbaya. Wakaenda wakajifanya ati sasa wamesimama. Listen to them. These clowns. Paka tuwachezee kidogo hata tusikie tu wanasema nini. Listen to them. Listen to these idiots.
2025 budget estimates and finance bill 2024 are a monumental betrayal of public trust. Good afternoon.
First of all, he's saying it's a monumental betrayal. Yes, it's a betrayal. It's not something that we approve. Number one, Kalonzo Musyoka. Number two, Kalonzo Musyoka. The NADCO people who are ambao walichaguliwa, the one who are discussing that the NADCO national sijui nini, NADCO report vile ilikuwa napewa, Kalonzo, Cheruiyot and the rest of the idiots that were part of that negotiations walipewa 100 million which they pocketed. And they started singing to us that they are going to negotiate for the cost of living, and the cost of living is the number one agenda. In the final report, the cost of living is not on the agenda. They did not agree upon it, but they agreed upon everything else, including giving position for themselves. So wameona kwa ground mambo imekuwa kali. People are standing up against the MPs Unaona hiyo Kalonzo na hiyo kichwa yake ya watermelon. They are pretending they're holding a press conference. Hey, sijui this is sijui nini punitive, sijui punitive madao. Let's listen to him. Listen to these idiots. Anyway, let's listen to them. Listen to him. Listen to him.
Good afternoon, and thank you for honoring our invitation to attend this important press conference. The Azimio la Umoja One Kenya Coalition Party convened to discuss a budget estimates 2024-2025 and the Finance Bill 2024, assessing the nation's overall condition and the impact of the Kenya Kwanza regime. We now wish to make the following announcement to the Kenyan public regarding our position on the two matters. On the number one item, budget estimates 2024-2025, in February, we informed Kenyans that the Kenya Kwanza's economic proposals, policies, and plans were unsound, unrealistic, and unrectifiable. This regime's preference for self-interest over the nation's well-being is evident in the review of the 2024-2025 budget estimates. Indeed, the regime with the contemptuous...
Anyway, I will not bore you with the whole nonsense. You know, it's nonsense, and it's going to be nonsense, and you know, there's nothing to expect from Kalonzo and all these idiots that are there. Like I say, how to remove Ruto from power now? I've said it, and I agreed upon with the first gentleman that I play his video. The first way is to give these MPs an ultimatum, because they're the guys who are going to vote yay or nay on a vote of no confidence on Ruto. As I've told you, as it stands right now on the ground, Ruto has already lost Mount Kenya. Ruto cannot win in Nyanza. Ruto cannot win in Coast. Ruto cannot win in the Western region, province. The only place Ruto can win is Rift Valley. So based on that, if all these parts of the country, their representatives are given ultimatum, a vote of no confidence, a motion is brought in to impeach the president based on his unconstitutional policies, I expect, or rather the Kenyan people expect him to be voted out of office, impeached. And the same can be done with the Gachagua. Together, those two, together, waende. Together. Tugul, as the Kalenjins will tell us. Tugul, yote. All of them. Hii pressure ya kuwekea hawa ma MP, calling them on their WhatsApp numbers and whatever the case is, isiishie hapo. Finance bill wakiipitisha, regardless ya kutusikia, tuwatoe, tuwa-impeach. Tuwa-impeach. They're impeachable. 24 months ya ninyo ishapita. We are in that window where we can remove them, impeach them. All those MPs that are going to vote yes for finance bill. Na tukishawatoa, we shall come back with another ultimatum. But we should be cognizant of the fact that we don't have IEBC. So, when we are going to vote for this thing is going to be voted on. We want to see who votes yes for this finance bill. So, two things that should be happening, pressure on two things. Number one, if finance bill tunataka kuona nani anapiga yes on a finance bill. Number two, actually three. Number two, wale watu wote wamevote yes. Wachana na watu wa Rift Valley. If they want to keep their MPs ambao wamevote yes, watu wajitegemee. And I'm not isolating them. But I don't expect the majority of them to vote. against this bill. That's just how politics goes. But like I say, number one, we want to see who votes yes for this bill. And whoever votes yes for this bill, we shall impeach. Number two, we shall also have another ultimatum. Impeach Ruto and Gachagua. Impeach Ruto and Gachagua. And whoever votes against that impeachment motion, anatolewa kwa kiti. Anatolewa kwa kiti. Na akianza kuongea kwa funeral, mawe. The way Sakaja was treated, the Sakaja treatment. That's how to do it. But the mistake we should not make is to rally around the fake opposition. The Kalonzo Musyoka, the Raila Odinga, the Martha Karua. These are fakers, part of Kenya's problem. Let's not make that mistake again. Don't rally around these people. Let this organic movement, rebellion, rear its head and take its own organic course to remove this president. Because he has chosen not to respect the Kenyan people and the constitution, so we'll choose to remove him constitutionally. And anybody who votes to keep him or votes to advance his policies, we shall also remove democratically and as per the 2010 Kenyan Constitution. Ladies and gentlemen, brothers and sisters, friends, enemies and comrades, I'll play this video one last time before I let you go, because I think what this man says is what I've been advocating for a long time. And it's powerful, because that's what needs to be done. Wakati wa kuongea umepita. It's time for action. Ukiwacha hawa Azimio waingilie wa hijack movement tena, tutajipata hapa 2027 na tutashindwa tena, mtashindwa na tutajipata tena hivyo 2032. Msiwache hawa Azimio. These are the same people. Hawa watu kula pamoja. Uliona Babu Owino anandini Nyoro kwa helikopta moja. Yeye na yule jamaa anaitwa nani? Yule jamaa alikuwa anapigana na Simbarati. What's his name? That Mkisi, young Kisi guy. Osoro, Ndindi Nyoro na Babu Owino. They were sitting in one helicopter. Lakini utaona wanajifanya ati they are any political difference. Do not buy into these people. These people are the same. So we shall give them ultimatum so we can see where they stand. Vote yes for finance bill, tunakutoa. Vote yes to keep Ruto as president, tunakutoa. Then let's see how he shall bribe you, because both of you shall be removed from power. Wacha nicheze hiyo video tena ndio msikie the real how it should be done. This is how it should be done. Mawe, hakuna kupatia watu nafasi. We are not going to play with them anymore. No. Hizo zimepita. Hizo siku zimepita.
We are going to deal with you.
Yeah.
Let me tell you. We are waiting for these members of parliament. Wapitishe your bill, waone. Mukijaribu kupitisha your bill, we are not going to consider anyone. We are going to start from even the head of the state. We are going to the governors. We are coming to the senators, to the members of parliament, to MCS and women rep. We are going to deal with you. Hata mukikuwa wapi, tukiona tu gari yenyu, tuna stone hiyo gari. Mukipitisha hii finance bill, mtajua ni nyinyi ndio tumeweka kwa hiyo kiti. You will know that we are the people who voted for you. You are our representatives. You must respect Kenyans. You must respect citizens who voted for you to be the president, to be the governor, and to be the member of parliament, to be even the MC and women rep. We are going to deal with you. Tukiona anywhere, we are going to deal with you. Tukiona motoked yako inapita, we are going to deal with your motoked so that you can listen to us. Why can't you listen to us? Why can't you listen to Kenyans who are crying day and night and telling you the finance bill 2023 and 2024 ilitumiza, and now you are coming even adding more taxes, and we are telling you, please don't pass this finance bill, itatumiza zaidi, and you are telling us no, we are going to do it irrespective of what. Even the member of parliament, you are telling us that tunaenda kupitisha kufurahisha Ruto. Pitisha hiyo kitu alafu tunakungoja kwa ground. We are not going to wait for 2027. We are going to deal with you. We are going to deal with you. Hiyo moto na hiyo security yako unakuanga nayo. We are going to show you that sisi ndio tuko wengi kuliko hiyo security yako. Tunaenda kukwambia, we will tell you, we'll show you. Wangoja uone. Pitisha hiyo kitu, hiyo time ukipitisha tu hivi. Make sure me resign and we don't see you. Even that parliament, sitakuja kwa hiyo parliament and we will burn it down because you don't listen to Kenyans. We are telling you we are suffering, but you don't listen. Just try. Pitisha hiyo bill uone. We are coming for you.
Another point that I want to make is the division among the Azimio folks. And I want to finish with this. Hii mambo ya kusema, and I've said it in my other video. If you really want to remove Ruto, wacheni mambo ya kusema sijui wale watu ni tugege, ati sijui hawa ndio walifanya Ruto kwa power, ati sijui hawa ndio wanafanya. Hii economy inaumiza kila mtu. Easy policies za IMF and World Bank are affecting everyone equally. Ruto ameuza kila mtu. So the last thing you need ni kuanza mambo ya sijui unasema ati hawa watu wa Mount Kenya ndio wanawaleta shida hapa. Do not blame people like that. Whether they voted for Ruto or not. Hiyo tutasema. If you really truly want to remove Ruto, shikana na hawa watu wa Mount Kenya, and through their MPs tutoe Ruto. If the goal is to remove Ruto, wacha kutenga watu wa Mount Kenya unasema ati sijui nini. Whether they voted for Ruto or not, that's immaterial. Okay, unaweza kusema walidanganywa, wakapiga kura, wakaweka Ruto kwa president. Lakini saizi vitu zimegeuka. So take this opportunity to join hands with them so you can vote this president out instead of isolating them. Because kila mtu anaumia. So hii mambo ya kusema ati sijui nyinyi ndio mlifanya ati tukuingie kwa hii shida. Shida hii kwanza na Ruto. Shida ilianza hata na nani? Uhuru Kenyatta, and even before that. So join hands for the common good of all Kenyans. And the common good right now is to remove Ruto from the president, along with Gachagua and every MP that support them. So we shall start again. We start by giving ultimatums to these members of parliament. Do what we say or we remove you. So after voting for this finance bill, if they vote yes, we are removing them. If they vote no, they reject it, wanaka. Then we shall bring another ultimatum. Na tutawaambia walete motion ya kutoa Ruto. Ukivote yes, ati tunataka kuweka Ruto akae kwa kiti, tunakutoa. If you vote no, tunataka Ruto atoke, unakaa. Those are the ultimatums we have to put. Na tunataka kuambia president, tunataka IBC iwekwe mara moja. Mara moja ndio tukwae na ninio. Uchaguzi kwae. Tukishamfukuza kwa kiti, tuko uchaguzi iko. Because they want to create this constitutional crisis. For that very reason. So he'll say, oh, hakuna commissioner, so I'll just keep on becoming president because hakuna commissioner. But the first order for the Kenyan people, wacheni kujitenga. Especially nyinyi watu Azimio ambao nawaona hapa, the supporters ambao nawaonanga hapo wakisema ati nyinyi watu Wakikuyu, stop isolating yourselves. Stop isolating the people of the mountain. If you want to be a national outfit, you have to accommodate everyone. Si lazima msikizane kwa kila kitu, but there's one thing we can agree upon as Kenyans. We can agree on one thing, that Ruto is, through his IMF and World Bank policies, are destroying Kenya. So the reason we can do, the one thing we can rally around is to remove Ruto and Gachagua. Then after that, we'll see what's next. But hii mkianza kusema ati nyinyi watu wa Mount Kenya ndio mliweka Ruto hapo, mnatuletea shida, mtatuleta shida, then guess what? Ruto will be happy because you're already divided. Conquer and divide, and Ruto will stay in power till 2032. And even 2032 kama hamna IEBC ataendelea na huyo Gachagua wake, na mtakaa tu hapo mkipiga makelele huko Jivanji Gardens mkichezwa, and all your politicians will be bought and sold like prostitutes that they are. Sikizeni video nikiendelea, so I wrap up. Ramp up. Wacha niwachezee. Tukimaliza maliza. Make sure you like the video, ladies and gentlemen, brothers and sisters, friends and comrades. And if you haven't subscribed to my channel, mara moja, Kenya Revolutionary. Kama kawaida. Haya. Get this lady. She said something really important that you must listen to. Skieni, and she makes a bunch of sense.
I'm really disappointed with Kenyans. Haijalishi ni party gani ulipigia kura. It doesn't matter. Uku ulipigia Azimio, uku ulipigia Kenya Kwanza, ulipigia Root Party and the rest. Just understand one thing. Kwa finance bill ikipita sisi sote tunaumia. Sisi sote tunaumia. It doesn't matter ni party gani ulipigia. And I really don't like the way people are saying that, oh, you know, CCS, which party, tumezoea this. I'm telling you Kenyans, and I'm going to repeat it again, we can't make the same mistake twice. We cannot make the same mistake twice. And if you think, wewe kuambia MP wako aweze kupitisha the finance bill to punish those people who voted for a different party, that itasaidia, just have to understand one thing, itutaumia sote. Maneno yenyu ya kusema sijui pate fulani watalan kwa matunda yao, that's something we're not supposed to be talking about. Just have to understand one thing, tutaumia sisi sote. But
Okay. Karibuni sana. All right. Hii kamera yangu hata hizi glasses zangu acha nizitoe, nimekaa mzee sana. Uzee imezidi. Welcome ladies and gentlemen, brothers and sisters, friends and comrades. Karibuni. Can you please go ahead and subscribe, like the video if you're already subscribed, share, like, comment, and do all the good stuff that you're supposed to do. Yes, Kiki, Niko live. Let me put the link there. Mabri alikuwa anataka kuingia. Dang it. Yo. DJ Model alikuwa anataka kuingia. Crap. Do you link? Sasa Nicola. Shoot. Testing 1 2 3 1 2 3. Ingieni. Mabri najua ulikuwa sherehe, sijui kama utaingia kwa lobby hapo uongee kidogo. Link ndio hiyo. KK Kiki Mariamu and others who want to join, you're free to join. Come in. Kahawa leo. Sawa, niko hapa. While I'm waiting for you guys, I'll play. Let's get to the Morara stuff. I've been missing for a few days. Let's play catch up. Ebu tuangalie. Oh my goodness. Why is my stuff not working? I have to reconfigure. Anyway, so a bunch of things has been happening, and I played that video. It's a long one. It's one of my previous lives, which I played there because it relates to what's going on with this whole public participation. Sijui Gachagua ende, mara Gachagua rudi, mara sijui Gachagua kae, mara sijui yeah. Na hii mambo yote ya public participation ambao watu wanakuwa Kajwang acting like I mentioned this years ago. I told you ODM is a terrorist organization. Go look at the definition of a terrorist group. What is a terrorist? A terrorist is someone who uses intimidation and violence to gain political to goal, whatever, to reach his political goal. So kuna makelele huko nyuma, lakini since we haven't heard from you, ni she ama she Mungai, how do I say it? Correctly.
She
Mungai, okay. She Mungai, unanisikia?
Nakusikia.
Haya, endelea. Anza pale unataka kuanza.
Uni dadako wa yule Nax pale comment section, si Mariam.
Leo nimekupata. Kumbe ni wewe na uchokozi.
Mimi wa uchokozi, lakini si uchokozi mbaya.
Sawa. Sijauchukua kwa ubaya, so ni sawa. Endelea, niambie utaanzia wapi? Unataka kuzungumza mambo ya Morara ama Gachagua? Nieleze.
Mimi motion ni kuva dereva, kuva makanga, kuva abiria, wote waende nyumbani.
Wote waende nyumbani. Haya.
Waende nyumbani, wanatupa stress sana na waachane na watu. Hata kuna huyu jamaa anaitwa nani? Huyu wajana Wanjala. Sinamkumbuka yule alitama MPs stupid. Yule Kajwang kasema, kijana wewe.
Yep.
Nimeona video yake, jamani, mtoto wa watu nini, uhai wake uko taabani. Amesema alifuatwa na wale maguns, alisaidiwa na askari na anafuatwa, anatumiwa threat messages.
Really? Maana mimi umeona pale
ameongea hapo Jacaranda, nitakutumia sasa pale kwa comment section. Hebu sijui kama nikitoka hapa itaenda mute.
Itaenda mute. Lakini no, unaweza utatoka studio ama enda?
Nitatuma baadaye inshallah. Nitatuma baadaye kwa nini? Kwa ile comment section inshallah.
Okay, sawa. Ama unaweza kunitumia hapo kwa private chat, alafu nitaichezea hapo kutoka private chat.
Hizi kwa private chat, mimi mwenyewe si mtu wa mitandao, sijui.
Wewe si mtu wa social media.
Huko kwa YouTube. Mimi si mtu wa social media, mimi sipendi. Yani huwa sipendi yani.
Yaani sawa bora.
Hata uondo mwingi na upata huko YouTube inshallah, lakini tuombeaneni, tuombee watoto wetu, lakini let's choose our friend wisely. Huwezi kuwa nani anakusaliti ama nani anakunini, but this government they should go home.
Safi. Yeah, I agree with you. Wote waende.
Na mbona mambo mengine lakini
endelea. Wasema waende nyumbani alafu nini?
Huyu Ruto huyu Zakayo ana precards zake kwa sababu ujue hajatengeneza ABC na anajua without ABC hakuna election inaweza happen. It's either in between. So it's either waforsiwe tuende kwa streets tu waforce waweke hiyo ABC, na hiyo mambo ya miaka 7 wachane nayo. Akijaribu kuongelea hiyo mambo ya nini ya 7 years, ajue there is an emergency call at the street.
Haya. Hey. Sawa basi, asante.
Wacha tusikie kiki my brother. Naam, tuwasikie. Naam.
Shukran. Haya, Kiki, nakuona hapo uliniambia uko na mambo mingi, uchungu mwingi kwa kifua, nasikia ulienda kavuruga maneno huko kwa jirani. Sasa sijui ni mambo gani, ulifanya nini huko? Endelea.
Nakwambia nachomeka. Unajua watu waelewe vitu zingine. What is happening in our country is calling us. We didn't choose it. It's calling us. And hata kama ni wewe, Kenya Ribo, you're on my way.
Yeah.
To liberate my country, I'll kill you myself. Watu wengine waelewi vitu zingine. Hawaelewi.
Lakini Kiki, wacha nikusaidie. I feel your pain. I feel the need of wanting to express yourself. Lakini unajua pia the way to channel your anger, the way to express your express and articulate your anger. Yeah, it helps. It matters a lot. Kwa sababu, like you said, I know exactly what you mean and I know what you feel. Hata mimi pia nilikuwa hivyo when I started kuingizima platforms. But mpaka ujicompose and use language ambao it can, watu wanaweza kuielewa na pia respect it at the same time. Maana like for example, hata kama vile umesema, vile unasema ati mtu akituharibia country nitawaua or whatever. I mean, I get what you're trying to say, lakini language like that, it's not acceptable on a public platform.
Okay. Okay.
Don't mean, I mean, me, I'll tolerate because I know where you're coming from, so I'll be more easier to you.
Kama ulisikiza jana, sisemi vitu kaa hizo huko. Because najua. Nakwambia watu, if you see what they talk between themselves, some people,
wakina nani,
the other places.
You mean another platform, another platform, or Wakenya in general?
No, the other platforms.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Watu, they are there to deceive. Wamelipwa.
Yeah.
Tunajua. We have the data. Unajua shida, usikuje uangalia mtu kwa computer ujui nani. You don't know who you're talking to. Hizi vitu, hakuna, tunajua hizi vitu. And when this is done, we'll figure that out too. If you're a sellout.
Are you willing to expose them?
Yes. Personally, I will. Because I did not choose to be here. My country forced me to be here. I've never been a political person. But because of what I have in life, I have access. Watu ni wasaliti, some of them. And watu wengine ni wasaliti. And have that information. And when it's the right to expose, I will make sure all of them get exposed. Hawataiongelesha watu.
I will be more than happy to assist you. Kuna platform hapa if you want to expose anyone. Kama ni wanalipwa, you can. You're more than free to. You're more than well whenever you're ready. Whenever you're ready. It doesn't have to be.
Utafanya hivi. Unajua watu ukifanya hivyo sasa, you don't do it now. You do it when everything is done or when you're almost getting there. If you look vizuri, hatuko karibu nini. I think nilisema here. Ruto by the end of this year hatakuwa in government. Ikiisha hatakuwa. That's a fact. If you look at what he's doing, he's forcing all of us to fight back. Jiulize, mtu kama mimi, I've never been political. I've always followed what is happening. Sijaikuwa place ka huko. Lakini hizi vitu wanafanya, they're forcing us to fight for our country. And with that will, we will make sure they will pay anyone anasaidia watu is our enemy.
Yeah. Fair
and
enough.
It's so painful. It's so painful. Unalipwa milioni 1, milioni 2. Uuze nchi yako. What is wrong with us? Pesa ni nini maisha zetu? Pesa ni nini? What's wrong with us?
I know. Wengine unajua hawajawahi kuwa na pesa, so you know, a little money is enough to sell their mothers. So
it's so sad. Unashindwa kwani where is your humanity? Humanity, your humanity ni nini? Unatuuza. Yeah. Unauza your future, unauza your grandkids. Just you have milioni 1 ama milioni 5. Ni nini?
Yeah.
And this is why we have to expose these people. It's not a joke.
Okay. Like I said,
go ahead.
No, nilikuwa nasema tu, like I said, whenever you're ready. Oh shoot, did I remove her accidentally?
No,
pole nani, najua ametoka. Okay, pole. Mabri
video.
Oh, sorry.
Ulikuwa unacheza video nyingine hapa. The other video ulikuwa unacheza. This is where we are. Watu wasaliti. Hakuna kwenye unaishi. My MP, my MCAs.
Yeah.
They have no avenue. Na wanajua hivyo. If you think about, tunaongeanga hapa, watch what they're doing. Do not listen to what wanasema. Walikuja wanasema, sijui kama ndio watch nini MP kulikuwa na mute yourself please. If you don't mind.
No, watch it.
Walikuwa na discuss security for themselves, the MPs.
Yeah, vile Gachagua alianza kuzungumza mambo ya sijui they might need whatever. Yeah.
Hii wiki walianza kudiscuss about the security. Nakwambia.
Yeah.
Wanajua hakuna kwenye wanaenda. Uko nyumbani, unaishi Kenya. Unauza Wakenya wenzako. Wazazi wako wako huko, watoto wako wako huko. We'll take care of them. Uza, kill mine. If somebody kills you, and I know they killed you, they will never live in peace. I'll guarantee you that. I'm not saying that I will kill anybody, but
yeah,
an eye for an eye. At a Bible,
right?
Which I don't. An eye for an eye, and if you do that, and this is why Ruto is not in peace, and will never live in peace anyway.
Okay. Before I bring,
it's not a joke.
Okay. Hold on. Let me just, before I bring Mabry, like I said, Nani, Kiki, I feel your pain. I feel your frustration. Like, again, the way you how you express yourself. By the way, just using words like killing, whatever, those are enough to put you in trouble. I'm not trying to put you in trouble. I know you might probably not care, but that's why I said how you.
That's why I quote my words.
No, yeah, I know what you mean. You said mtu akikuninio lakini watu, this regime is desperate. So yes. I know, but I'm just saying this regime is desperate. So if you use words like that, that's something they can use. What I misinterpret it kusudi just to create problems for you. So but I get your point. I feel your pain. Your man anasema, I mean, here you're always invited. Nakipa mengi hapa, we'll bullshit as long as we can. Mabry, let me bring you in. Unikiprila unikip mwingine. Oh, Unikiprila. Oh, this is the other Kip. I'm sorry. But karibu sana Kip. Let me. Oh, yeah. Long time, brother. Takuleta in just a minute. Wacha nisikie Mabry. Mabry, I know he was somewhere alkula happy and akasema wacha ingie kwa choo. He has some information to give me. So let me give him some like 2, 5, 3 minutes. Aseme ile anataka kusema. Kip, karibu. I mean, sorry, Mabry, then tutaenda Kip.
Oh, yeah.
I'm so confused.
I hope mnanisikia vizuri.
Tunakusikia.
Mmenikalisha kwa hicho hadi nakaa nini? Mimi ndio na huku.
Wewe nani alikwambia uanze kunywa mapema? Sisi ungengoja kabla hujaenda club ukae kwa nyumba.
No, but it's been good. By the way, hata nikwambie, it's been good. Na sijui umepotelea wapi. I've been waiting to run on this forum. I don't know. Siku kidogo umepotea.
Ni shughuli. Unajua niko na daddy duties. Unajua kwa buda sasa inakuwa tough, but that's a story another day. But I'm here.
Yeah. It's okay. By the way, ni vizuri kuwa busy. Anyway, sijui nianzie wapi, but let me begin from nowhere.
Right.
First thing, I think I sympathize with Kiki on the many issues in Yamiraise. It's unfortunate, it's the state of the nation. And fortunately, or rather, unfortunately, I don't think there's much we can do about it. Because I'm impressed na hii topic ya leo about how to make Ruto go like because this guy every minute ako kwa hiyo kiti. Kenya inaendelea kuwa Afghanistan. And if you may quote me, few days ago, unakumbuka nikiwaambia things are unfolding. Pole tu.
Yeah.
Makasiriko na bado things will unfold. But my big question is, wakati unakasirika, what do you do about it? Unajua? We are fed with all this information. We are aware of the dirty dealings wanafanya, they are killing us. But what are we doing about it? First, hata ni applaud because you have given us like such a forum. That's the much you can do from where you are. But now, wale wenye tuko Kenya, kuna vitu kidogo zinafanyika na kuambia I don't expect much change because as it looks, majority of the Kenyan voter amekuwa like influenced or rather like they are the same people, the same brains, nothing has changed. Ni makasiriko tu kidogo, akipewa 500 they changed their stand. Jana something happened and it is quite unfortunate. Wenye waliona story ya Morara akipigwa, you know, hakuwa anapigwa politicians, it was like Wakenya tu wenyewe wanampiga simply because wamepewa 500 sijui 200 and something, you know. That should sound a red flag to everyone in this nation, kukuambia we are not making like positive steps. Tunakasirika, then after ukasirika we tend to look for solutions through the same watu wenye wametukasirisha, you get.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
me, from where I stand, and
Yeah.
I feel there is a need for Mkenya wa kawaida kujua kitu atafanyana na hii makasiriko ako na. We know Adani is like wanachukua our airports, then what? Tunakasirika
Yeah.
social media, we are being confused by many bills zenye zinaletwa, like we tend to lose focus, you know. And last time unakumbuka I talked about Kenyans being forgetful, like it's about what is trending right now, then kesho something changes.
Something again. Yeah.
Yeah. Now, let's assume maybe to go in the voting period, you know, usi expect much change because hata ukiangalia Ruto anakaa mtu anashtuka,
atetemeki pale namwona.
atetemeki. So there is something inampea confidence ya hawa watu, hata tukaenda kwa debe it is the same thing, you know. Now, let me be a bit controversial. And don't get me wrong, I support the young people, the likes of Kina Murara Kebaso, the likes of Kasmuel, who are coming up. Although siku hizi ni Kasmuel Kasaliti. Jana
I
when
called it.
alisikia that guy.
Nilisema kitambo. Ulikuwa unanisikia nikisema kitambo. I don't trust this guy. But endelea, najua tutadiscuss.
So,
Tuko hapa.
yeah, anyway, yeah. My big issue is I don't think by now we should be doing things the same way they've been done before. And my thinking is simple. Before Morara Kebaso and the rest, we had Raila Odinga, sindio?
Yes.
Raila Odinga happened to be a self-proclaimed opposition leader. So this guy angekosmeye but anajua end goal kitu anatafuta, sindio?
Yeah, control
The
opposition.
same thing, yeah, the same thing. Mukiniuliza, nimesema me not be misquoted for like I'm fighting the young people. I'm just reasoning and trying to resonate for a change. So ukiangalia Morara Kebaso mahali amefika is like now the opposition leader is commanding a cluster of people. So anytime the government wants to create distraction, kama juzi vile mliangalia hii siku alishikwa,
yeah,
the end goal haikuwa kumshika, ilikuwa ku create distraction,
commotion,
ndio ile shaa sijui ianze, sijui story ya Rigathi Gachagua and other petty dealings, una get.
yeah.
Sahi this guy ameregister a political party, it is a good move for young people. But do you think we are doing ourselves justice if we are fighting things the same way? Morara
No.
Kebaso is a person like any other at any given point. Kama Raila Odinga can be bought.
Yeah, I have my doubts about him. Lakini, yeah, I'll hold my horse.
Mimi, after juzi nilianza kuangalia this guy differently, and as much as I support what he's doing, that's what Raila has been doing. Like we've been doing the same thing since multi-partisan in Kenya, through the man Raila Odinga, and we've not enjoyed much change anyway. Now let's look at the idea of waheshimiwa. You remember some time back I mentioned on this forum about our MPs being
Mabri, Mabri, nikupatie just a minute so you can wrap it up. Unajua Kipril pia anataka kutupoa point yake. Na umeshika ukumali pale, you know. But that's fine. Maliza tu point na okay. Go ahead.
And najaribu niharakishe. So you remember me talking about MPs being the sole problem to this nation.
Yes. Yes.
Assuming right now to do away with the current government, then what? You are going to vote a president and there will not be another change. You get the same system?
Yes.
Because as a Kenyan voter, I need to understand like people from the same party cannot hold each other accountable. Why do I have to vote a Wiper senator to check in for a Wiper governor? You get? Those are people from the same party. So what I think we should do is now come up with different strategies on how to attack the political class right now. But let's not rush to do things the same way they've been done. You know, we are not creating solutions. We are, in fact, and I'm so worried. I feel like tuna deepen the matter. The more this Murara guy gains tracks, and the more anaendelea kuwa popular, the more Ruto anaendelea kuwa staunch. Because come 2027, we'll now be locked to two-man system of voting, like a choice between Ruto and Morara Kebaso. And we all know the people who show up to vote, most of them, they don't trust young people in leadership positions. We don't need to be told this. It is open. So I feel maybe we need to get back. Sorry?
No, nilikuwa nataka kusema tu 2027 is already done. If you are gaining on 2027, the IBC nini amendment bill is designed to be rigged. So anyone talking about 2027, you might as well just give presidency to Ruto right now na tusahau maneno mengi. So I don't trust anyone that new. So
I feel we should start go slow. So anyway, let me give it back to Kipril. I'll be back on to talk more. The fact that no, don't worry, I'm good.
Wow, umekunywa ngapi? Hebu mzaa wewe na hata hujatu invite. Na mimi niko na nini hapa. Anyway, wacha tu niendelee nifanye kazi ya Yesu hapa. Kipril, karibu sana to the channel. This is your first time. I haven't seen you for a while since Mutembei days. Karibu.
Yeah, so I'll be back, I promise.
Yeah.
Sawa Mabri, sawa.
Acha kunywa pana. You know, some of us we are cleansing. Some of us we are cleansing. Tumekunywa mpaka sasa ni ku-cleanse ba.
Usijali. Tunawachukua nyote.
Tuna detox sahi bana. Hapo tutarudi kukunywa. We've punished our bodies.
Now we punish the liver.
There was just a lot of water in my alcohol, so
it's okay. We feel your pain. So, anyway, endelea, karibu sana.
I told you I'd eat my socks. So I already ate my socks about trailer. Remember we used to have fights about
it's okay. You know what? Kila mtu anakuja in their own time. Kuna watu walimwona 2 minutes, wengine walimwona 18, wengine walimwona. It's okay. Don't feel bad about it.
That nigga fucked us up, man. Like, honestly, what he was doing, you know, you know when you have this perception where you hang out around the same people singing the same thing, you know, your comfort zones, and I think that's what we had at Mtembei and all these channels. We had this comfort, serikali ni yetu, not serikali ni yetu, tuko na deep state, all this nonsense and stuff like that. Not realizing we have got the biggest con man that never wanted to be president, yet we relied on him. Yani tulikuwa tunasema, if Raila comes, corruption is going to be over. You had already seen far.
Mimi nilionea 2017. That's when I learned.
Waste of time, bana. Because now, this is obvious, and it looks like this fool wants to come back. because I'm in another
yeah.
channel. I'm in another channel, and we're not allowed to talk about him. But this is when some of us are like, "Yo, that guy played us." Like, sijui ni mzee unafaa kumheshimu the things he's fought for. Like, nigga, what?
Who gives a shit? He's an
What are you talking about? Kids have died. Oh, he's done this. I'm like, no, hold on a second. That was not your mandamano. What are you talking about? It's for the kids. Who the hell are you thinking you are? You're not the leader of Gen Zs. To come and tell us to stop mandamano. It's kind of fucking garbage, man. He came and hijacked the whole bullshit. Hata kwanza one of us is here. Tuni sema Tuni.
Tuni atakushtaki. Tuni karibu.
I'm not allowed to talk about Raila there.
Wewe, nini tunaanza? Unajua Tuni usiku. Unajua Tuni?
No. Tuni is a friend of the show. Tafadhali. Don't be hard on her. We don't care.
Nipigwa simu usiku, man. I'm like 2 in the morning.
Nani alikupigia simu?
Bro, ujui. Nipigwa 2 in the morning. 2 in the morning. Sijui niongelesha Tuni vibaya. Mimi no. Tuni hata siongeangi na Tuni.
Wachana na Tuni bana. Tuni is ours bana.
Wachana na Tuni yako sawa.
Hata kama Tuni hana shida.
I have to say,
Tuni hana shida. Sisemi Tuni yako na shida. Kuna mtu ananipigia atinitusi Tuni.
It's not Tuni. Trust me.
No, najua si Tuni, but nakwambia kuna mtu ananipigia 2 in the morning. My own cell phone.
That's somebody else. Somebody else.
Mko pamoja in another platform, Kiki. We're in
another platform, and there I'm not allowed to talk about Raila. I even Kiki was there yesterday. You're not allowed to talk about Raila because I will be blasted, man. You know, it's like I'm angry, I'm mad. I'm allowed to be. I had relied on this old nigger, and now he's gone and ran for the high seat of chairmanship of the African Union, which is absolutely garbage.
Bro,
what is the work of an African Union chairman when there is no power? There's no power.
You fell for a con. It's okay to fall for a con, bro.
It is basically his job is just to be a flower girl for Africa, where he'll be going to meetings and then betray Africa. That is what, if he was president of the EU, where EU has a trading agreement around all these countries, where their laws are built around trading. What laws are built around trading in EU? EU is garbage.
Kiki, hold on. Mm-hmm. Hold on. Wacha nani amalize. Keep amalize.
Go ahead.
Kiki, I mean, the EU, I understand the EU, I understand the whole Brexit stuff. You understand the influence of the EU, where the EU president has, there are actually 4 of them, have significant power. You know, they have negotiating powers towards trading to benefit the whole European bloc. What does the AU chairman do? Absolute garbage. Nothing. There's nothing he signs. He's just a glorified ambassador. That is it. There's absolutely nothing he does. Now, come to think about it, the Somali guy is he's overtaking him with 16 countries are already in the box with him. Raila is going to
Eritrea. You mean Eritrea? Eritrea, sindio?
Is it Somalia or Eritrea? Whichever.
No, Eritrea.
I think it's Eritrea, yeah.
You see how much unimportant it's not for me. It goes. Don't care who is taking it. So now, regardless, impeachment is to appease this old man when he's coming back. Attack you, Mjama Kimbi. So now,
what do you think? Wanataka kumweka vice president or what?
They want to put one of his goons, either Gladys Wanga. You think this thing is going to Central?
You know what I was thinking, and not to cut you off, bado kuna time. I've always said this. The main aim was to bring in BBI Kimpango. So hii niyo ita fail because ukiangalia, if you listen carefully, you keep on saying before our kora ODM waingie kwa serikali to join the main mkora Ruto. walianza kusema, nani alianza kusema, huyu Wandai, he was like, okay, now that the first ninio ya kupitisha of the NADCO thing was to amend the IEBC, and that was first of the 8 things they want to implement. The next one, I think, ni to change the constitution, and that will require kwenda to have a referendum. That's why, and I agree with you, Cape, ukisema ujamaa endi AU. It's a play. He will come back as hizo stories zake za tialala tibim tubum, alafu watu ende referendum, and they want to do that after, or maybe after they remove Gachagua ama wajaribu kumtoa, or within. But sorry, go ahead. That's the new. I just want to throw it.
Yeah,
But go ahead.
No. See, this guy has been given a little bit of cash in his pocket. He's happy now. A billion or so. Imeko Komfuka, amefurahi sana. Him and his wife, they're excited. So yeah, going back to that BBI thing is true. It is true. They're trying to change this so that they can share power, so that they can share looting. I even think Raila is one of the most corrupt people here that I've ever seen.
Yeah.
Now the thing is, Ruto knows, and I will tell you the truth, Ruto hates Kikuyus. Do not ever think that him running around for 4 years in Central was a game. It was painful for him. Right now, he knows it's easier for him to go now into Nyanza and then lie to those people. Give them a daughter or son of theirs to be deputy president, and it's done. It's finished. And now, for him to win an election is to have the perception. Perception. Let me repeat that again. The perception of popularity. That's it. That's all he needs. The rest of it, ni kuiba. Perception of popularity.
Kip, umesema kitu. I've been saying this. I'm so glad somebody else saw this. I'm sorry not to interrupt, but you're just
other places. Namsikiza hata huko wengine.
Kiki, you're coming. Kiki, relax. I know you're on fire.
Kiki anaweza kutuambia tatuua sijui nini. Hai Kiki, ngoja tulia. Order.
Nilikuwa nasoma Bible verse. Nilikuwa nasoma Bible na mbaya na wewe. Siko.
Order. So itia Bernard hapa. Order.
Let me cook.
Keep endelea, you're cooking.
So now we're looking at a situation whereby, like I said, the perception of popularity is what is going to give him the permission to steal from us. I say permission to whoever is going to vote in 2027. You're wasting your time. The only way to get rid of Ruto is going to the streets. That is it. That is the only dawa. But now, since 25 years ago, Raila has been the god of maandamano, giving us scheduled maandamanos. So tunaenda Tuesday, tunaenda Thursday, tunaenda this day, tunaenda na. Maandamano is supposed to be spontaneous. It's about how you feel individually. Go to the street individually and fight for your own rights. See, kitu unaona, even back now, Gen Zs have this ideology that maandamanos have to be scheduled. Fuck that, excuse my language. F that.
That's fine. You can cast here. Go ahead.
No, fuck that, man. Like, honestly speaking, maandamano ni kutoka Sri Lanka, Bangladesh. Watu walikuwa natoka tu hivyo. So I understand why. Now you understand why Raila came and then said, we are doing these 4 ministers, or is it 3 ministers, and that is the reason why the kids went on the streets. Fuck you. Like, honestly, that was a bunch of garbage. At Gen Zs went to the streets so that Mbadi, Opio, Joe, and all those guys can have, for fuck's sake, man. Like, honestly speaking, and it really now that was what was the most painful thing, and that's why people my other friends on the other side don't understand. 4 people are going to change Kenya. How?
Right.
And I try to tell Kenyans, just let me land. Tell Kenyans, we are not ready. We are not ready. We are not ready for a revolution when we're doing revolutions half-hearted. we're doing it half-assedly. You can't even, there's no such word like that.
I get you.
Just doing it halfway. We're not ready. You had the people in the public participation. Guys were hearing what they wanted to hear. Again, having your own bubble of just hearing. Have you heard the other side of people? Wanaongea mambo ya kanisa, sijui they need to meet about church, where people are talking about sijui we need to talk to Ruto about Adani and all. Come on, guys. If you hear the other side, you know we're not ready. So, okay, thanks, Bana. Lakini nishakula socks zangu, bro. And I'm back in the UK, man. One day we meet for drink.
Ni sawa, Kip, ni sawa. I'm so happy to see people from Mutembea tujaonana for a while. Huwa naona huko kwa nanisa zingine, huko kwa hiyo channel ingine. And you guys have wonderful discussions there, though I feel like mmekuwa mazo kidogo. Vile tu umesema, there's some things you can't talk about huko. Hapo unaweza kusema kila kitu, everything. Hata unaona Kiki hapa na tuambia tatuona kadha. Kiki endelea anyway. I'm just messing with
you. Wewe. Ni nini maana wewe?
Wewe unakuja hapa. Charlie.
Wewe kijana nini maana wewe?
Charlie, wait, Kip. I need help from Kip. Charlie sinaliwaka jana ama ni aje?
He was so drunk yesterday, Bana. He was so angry. I think bado akona residue ya jana, Bana.
No.
Hey, Kiki, I'll stand for you. Like yesterday, you were out of order. I'm sorry. I'll tell you that. You were out of order. Even to my standards.
Hata usianze kunikata wewe, hata wewe bado tuko sana.
Sikukati.
Unajua like the first nilikuja nikaanza the whole topic, nikaingia kwa studio. Nikazungushwa, nikaona hii ni mchezo hapa. Watu kila mtu anaongea hapo na dropiwa. Nikarudi tena. With my submission, mimi unajua siongeangi mo. Nasema Kenya nataka kusema, hiyo sio inaisha. Usually is 1 minute, 2 minutes max. Within the 2 minutes niko na make my submission na katwa. Amenikata mara 3. Nikamwambia don't do this. Do not ever do this. There is same person alinipigia usiku juu ya Tuni. Na personally sina shida na Tuni. Tuni have nothing. Okay. Sina shida na Tuni.
From an outsider, let me tell you where you went wrong. Mm-hmm. Yes, that channel is interesting. I watch it because most of the guys up on now they have good, But ile shida ilikuwa, okay, we know Mato is like what one of conversation in a flow, then anakata interrupt and he has to say the same things. In fact, it's stable left in the conversation flow. Lakini ubaya wako, what I feel gonna.
No, that's fair. Hold on. Fair,
yeah,
that's fair.
Ulianza kusema everyone who alikuwa to a point seme there was another guy, I think it was Roba or somebody else now kina miss. Everybody on to a point unasema, guys, the country is burning. It's not about you. It's not. Listen, Charlie, they're addressing the topic. Watch out to maoni yao. Like walikuwa na interrupt us like, it's not about you. They're addressing the topic. So I'm like, kwani Charlie? Hey, Kiki, ulienda kuwa kana captain ama nani? What's going on?
No, unajua shida ukishaona vitu
relax.
Uliwaka jana. Let me just get were you drinking?
No, actually I wasn't. Honestly, I wasn't.
You sounded fucked up.
No, I wasn't. Actually, I was fucked up.
Really sounded fucked up.
Unajua let me be honest with you. Honestly, here.
Yeah.
Me na Morara go sana. We talk.
Wena nani?
Morara, we talk.
Wena Morara, like the real Morara, Kibaso.
I reached up to him, Kitambo, before I figure where he is. Nikamreach out na mwambia, oh, this is good, this is not good, this is not good. Unakumbuka kuna wakati ulikuja hapa ukambash. Nikamwambia hii story kuna kitu nini hayada hapa. What is this? Like wanajaribu kuniexplainia. So when he was attacked, I lost it. It. So hiyo uchungu ndio ilikuwa niuma. Unakuja na tupatie discussion na unajua shida, we can all agree here. Gachagua thing was not meant to be. Ilikuwa inahitaji kuwa distraction to us. Hii story ya Dani Nadhani tunajua ni Ruto, right? By now we know this. We can agree this. Ama? Adani nani?
Yeah, I mean, I'm with you, but again, you know where.
Yeah,
I agree with you. Everything.
I went off, and it's fair. I went off.
It's just the way you went. You go about it. Imagine kan unatoa point alafu nianze kusema, we are wasting time. It's not about you. Kenya is bad. You know, you like. I mean, I see what you're saying, but
that was the last time we heard from you, because immediately said that it's not about you. You were finished after that.
Right.
That was the last. That is the last time when people remember you. This guy is mad.
Nidropiwa. No. Nidropiwa. Lakini ni ukweli. Let's be honest.
I mean,
let's be honest.
Yeah, but Kiki, you have to understand. It's okay for somebody to come in and talk about, even me. We're with you most of the time here. I hate talking about Gachagua, but hey, that's what we are talking about. I will give my view and kuleta watu again back to what I say we should focus on, which is we should remove Ruto. That's the head of it. But that's the topic. That's what people are talking about. Siezi kubashu mtu nianze kusema we are wasting time. It's not about you.
Okay.
So that's where I thought you went wrong. So because you're going after everyone and interrupting everyone, basically.
That was wrong. Okay. That one I can agree is wrong. But shida,
right?
Same people wanakuambia vitu. I told you. Tulikuwa naongea na Gypsy kwa nini kwa side chat hapa. Nakwambia kuna watu wamelipo. Tunakwambia I can see people's conversations. The side conversations they have. Wakikuja hapa. It's painful. Unaona mtu wako sio mtu genuine. Si mtu genuine. And when we are talking about, unajua, for example, if kama ingekuwa wakati wa Kibaki, we're discussing policies, that's fair. Because this person hakuwa anatuuza nchi yetu yote. This person anauza everything. Alafu mwenye analeta the other topics ni mwenye amelipo. And I can show you.
Okay. But why don't you challenge them ukijua mtu amelipwa? Challenge them on what they're saying rather than umejua huko, I mean, they are very, watakukick out for anything. So why can't you just challenge them by facts? Now say, hey, listen, this argument you're making is not flying because of this and this and this and that. Alafu na iwachilia hapo respectfully without them, you know. Huh?
I think, my brother, umejua, especially like intelligence kind of stuff, you see people where they're coming from. You know what they're doing. You know mtu amelipo. Umeona account yake, right? But hujui what the whole thing. So you don't expose too early. So you need to follow, catch, to know where this is meant to go, why they got paid for what.
Okay.
I'm telling you.
Again, Kiki, please, leta ma receipts hapa. Mimi nimekufungulia. Leta ma receipts.
It's not a joke. This is not a joke.
I know it's not. Bring the receipts. Ama namna gani Ani? Ani hizi anakutetea hapo.
Ani yako wapi?
Ani yako huko kwa comments.
Much respect to both of you. Solid
Ati nini?
Ani and Gypsy, solid people. Solid.
I'm surprised hakuita Tuni.
Tuni, I have nothing against, honestly. Seen anything against Tuni, by the way.
All right, back to the... All right. Fair enough. Let's get back to the topic. To you two, it was a side whatever you want to call it. Nani amenitumia video zingine hapa about kijana nasikia ali ninio. Wanjala was threatened. I didn't know he was threatened. Crap. Hii video yangu. Hold on. Crap. Okay. So apparently huyu Wanjala, that's the guy Wanjala alikuwa anaambia nani Kajwang, nyinyi wabunge ni I don't know what. Alafu nani akaanza kusema order. So apparently vile alitoka hapo alishtuliwa or whatever the case is, walimninio Miriam alimtumia hizi video. So let me just see. Okay, ndio hii. All right, let me play it very quickly. Tukiendelea, here it is.
Nikasema before mnivunje mkono, acha nijitete. Na mimi nashukuru wale GSU wako hapo waliniambia we are protecting you fully. Na kweli nilienda kukaa chini ya hiyo gari ya maji. Nikakaa hapo 2 hours ama jamaa waende. Walikuwa wananiua, walikuwa wamenipangia kuniua complete. Kitu ambao mimi nataka kuongea ni hii maneno ya Bomas. Sisi tulitoka hapa tukaenda Bomas kuongelelea masuala ambayo ina face Rigathi Gachagua impeachment. Lakini sisi hatukuwa tunajua kuwa kuna maguno wamepangwa kuweza kutupiga kule Bomas. Wacha niambie wananchi ukweli. Mimi niliposema MP wote ni stupid, kumbe sikuwa ninajua watanifuata baadaye ati waweze kunipiga. Wale maguns ambayo DJ Kajwang alikuwa ameleta, Petri Selachi na MP wa Makadara walikuwa wameleta Aladwa. Walikuwa wameleta ili mtu asiongee kitu yoyote against kusema ati wote waende pamoja na William Ruto. Mimi nataka kusema namna hii. Wananchi tulisema kama Rigathi Gachagua anaenda, William Ruto afuate.
Anyway, he made his point. Our magunzo walimfuata. Now, I don't know, there's another video ambayo was posted today, and Miriam was mentioned that also, of this person who's threatening to off Nani. Yes, Kiki, go ahead. Sorry.
My brother, no, it's okay.
No, if you have something, I'm okay with being interrupted. Go ahead, sorry.
Who are these people we are dealing with? Huyu jamani niliona the first picture alisema alikatwa nini kwa Bomas. Si ni huyu jamaa?
Yes.
Wakamfuata. These are the same people we are dealing with, and we have to deal with them the same way. Mimi semi watu watafanya nini, na kuambia when people decide, this will be over soon. Tisemi anything. Nasikia tisema hili hata sijasoma Bible hapa. Sijasoma ile about. When people decide this is the kind of people we are dealing with, this will be over soon. And this is the issue watu hataki. This is where they went to parliament last week. They want the security because they know what they're doing and they will not get away to cure. Asiseme mtu again, sijasoma hiyo verse ya Bible. Siambiwa sijui nimefanya kitu. I was reading a Bible verse.
Yeah. So, okay, so apparently there's a guy who was bold enough to make a video. I think this, in my interpretation, is just an intimidation tactic. Make a video, akona bunduki, ako kwa gari. He's threatening, anasema he'll off Morara. Now, this is serious. I think if I was Morara, iniki to DCI, whoever is CID, all the police, whatever, need to be notified, because I will take any threat seriously. This is basically a threat on his life. So here's the video. It's a short one. Uyo Jamal was using his disguised voice. Anasema ati, atamalizana na Dani ataua Morara, basically. Here it is. It's like 51 seconds. Here it is.
Niko tayari kwa kazi ya kuua Morara Kebaso. Nitamuua sana leo. So wewe usijali. Niko na kila kitu.
Huyu jamaa
unasija kupata kwa simu, hata bunduki ulinitumia mpya niko nayo.
Ati nini Kiki?
Kama unasikia hiyo video, hiyo video is voice edited, so you can detect it.
Yes.
Nakwambia why was this off from jana? What happened to Morara? I couldn't reach him yesterday all day. No, sio jana.
For real, uko in contact with Morara? For real?
Yes. This
okay. Can you bring him? Can you bring him to this channel? I'll be nice.
I tried. I'll have to, between conversations, we realized you don't expose yourself too early. That's why I don't show my video here. And come to consult. You do not want to utaki in the government do that connection too early. And
Mimi ama yeye? I mean, what do you mean?
Mimi.
Oh, okay. On your part.
Yes. So this is no. We found these people. It's not a joke. We found them.
The people who are threatening Morara.
No, Morara after liguzwa. Kuna jamaa anaitwa Ochieng alikuwa na red shirt.
Yeah, hata kuna mwingine alipigwa.
Huyo. Wait. Usifanye.
Hold on. Yeah.
Tunafaitia our own country. Hatufight mtu. We are fighting for our own country.
Well, let me show you. There's pictures out there. Lakini mimi nasema hivi, just use your connection to let Morara hapa nimuulize maswali. I have questions for him to help my
Itakuja. It will come. Don't worry. We're getting there.
Sawa.
It's everything you have to plan. Hata kama unadhani January anakaa nimewaka. Dude, I don't drink until 9 p.m.
You sounded like you're fucked up. That's all I can say.
No,
kuna sound uko level 5. You are ready to ban.
Janet, the whole week, and I went to you. I'm like, dude, this is crazy.
Hold. Ulikuwa sound ka captain the last time he was here. Unakumbuka?
No, bro, nimekuwa sick. Unajua after COVID, sijai kuwa sick. Nilipata homa, man. So
wait, what's my excuse, boss?
No. Honestly, nimekuwa sick like 1 week, bro. Homa last week. Hata nikuwa hapa. Nikuwa na homa, man. It's terrible.
Okay, Paul, but whatever you were on, you were on another level. It's okay. We've been there. Hata sisi tumeingia platforms zingine kaa tuko maji and we were out of order.
Nikiwaka nitakwambia kwani tunafanya nini? Hakuna product tunafanya.
Ulikuwa unazushia watu vibaya huko hata mpaka I usually don't defend what they do, but on that one I think
tusikuongea. Alafu can interrupt twice. Nikamwambia do not ever do this.
Unasikia yani nakutetea hapo anasema tu ulikuwa sawa out of order. Okay, anyway, part of the case.
Because kila mtu hapa anaongea. Alafu mimi nikiongea unani-interrupt all before. Na roja mimi siongeangi mob. 1 minute I'm done.
Yeah. Lakini si nani alikuon? Si captain alikuon ati ukienda huko utawekwa kwa kona fulani na wewe utaruka tu huko.
This jali niwaambie hata nataka mpaka ni block. They realize who they are messing with. I dare them to. No, I told him block me. See what happens.
So wait,
Kama is a bitch. Let's be honest. Kama is a bitch. Una mess na nani?
All right. Mess. So, all right. Turudi kwa mada. Talking of ulikuwa unaniambia watu walikuwa wanataka Morara. This is one of the person who was attacking Morara. Later yesterday, some youths of goodwill greeted one of the goons who attacked Morara. Here he is. Walimfanya ile kitu, so he seems to be in a hospital somewhere. Walimfanya kitu. Then there's another one who was here. Yeah, this is the guy. Alidunga mtu kisu akatoroka, huwa anatumiwa na MP wa Mathare. Tesoti exposes the goons used by Martha MP yesterday to hurt Kipasu. So here's a video, short video.
This dude mabeshte zake kadhaa ni waizi.
Hold on.
See this dude, his name is Edwin Afabo. He used to stay in Huruma. Alidungaga mtu visu Huruma na akahipeanga Juja. Hiyo ndo the first person alikuwa narushia viti nani Morara. And this dude, let me tell you, umse utumikaga na MP wa Mathare. Kwanza Anthony ndo umtumia. This dude mabeshte zake kadhaa ni waizi. na alikufa huruma juu ya uwizi, wanachomwaga baba. Unaonaga na wanda kiendagi mahali. We go to this mumama Patricia Dorothy. Sasa wewe madhe unatumikaga na tukawa for what? For what? Unadhani anatoa
Yeah,
tai kusaidia kwa hii maisha yako yote?
Dang, I messed
Ama
up.
TJ.
Nakwambia.
Hold on.
Naanda watoto wenyu hukufaga huko hivyo huruma na madhara kama mainzi. See this dude, his name is Edwin Afabo. He used to stay in Huruma.
Nimemesapi.
Nakwambia.
Hold on. Yeah. Go ahead.
I think we can view this from a different angle, right? From high above.
Right.
We can see where this is going. Watukao, if the justice system will not work. Again, the Constitution says we, the people, will decide. If the justice system will not work, we, the people, will decide. Wacheza tu. Tuko hapo, we are almost there. Waendelee kucheza hii mchezo wanacheza. We are almost there. Hii mchezo ya tao, tutaona nani wa tao.
Mchezo wa town.
Tutaona who belongs in town and who doesn't.
Mchezo wa town imezidi Kenya. So I'm happy that actually what will identify these people. And the sad thing is there was clear, I don't know why Kajwang, whatever his name is, hasn't been arrested yet. I mean, it was clear, alisema na kijaka, chapeni huyo kijana, alisema wapi wale vijana wa roughing up Morara. You are actually not even inciting, you're directing people to cause harm to another person. Why is he not in jail? And another thing, Kipu story, Nani Kipril, before he left, he said, the problem with us Kenyans, tuna forget vitu. Hashtag, no, I think Mabri said that. One day ni issue moja, the next day is the issue again. Why did people stop with the hashtag ya nini arrest nani mshenzi ya kwa Mombasa? The governor. Why is he still nini? Because that case mean lika jam, because vile hii story ya nani Morara ilianza, everyone forgot about the governor of Mombasa.
Did you watch that video? It's painful.
Of? Yeah, yule kijana, yes. Bruce.
What happened,
yes.
Bruce, and let me tell you what happened. And I tried to explain this in another channel the other day. The reason why Morara was arrested, Alisema, if you remember that day he was arrested.
Yes. Sorry.
This for Bruce. And
yes,
we have to go back to the streets. This is why he was arrested.
You are correct.
We talk. No, nakwambia.
Yes.
We talk. Nakwambia.
Kiki.
Watu wacheze tu.
Order.
Watajua who is who runs our country. Ni sisi.
Sijui. Kwenda kutia Ani hapa ndiye. Unajua Ani ndiye anakuwezanga. Mimi sijui.
Ani is my homegirl, bro. Don't mess na Ani.
Ani tunachafuanga kila pahali hapa na kule kwengine, so she knows what the deal is. But anyway, you made a very good point, and that's the point I made. And I don't know if Mabri kuna siku nyingine tuliongea hiyo right before that, ilikuwa in session ya asubuhi, and it's so funny, and I glad Kiki you say that, you really pointed that out. The day before Morara was arrested, sorry, was it the day before or that morning or kituka hicho?
The same day, alitupa video, I think 8 or 9
yes.
or 10, and he was arrested.
Absolutely. Na hiyo video yake was about justice for Bruce. Specifically, alisema Bruce, watu waandamane kwa sababu ya Bruce. And I don't know if it was the evening or the next day, hapo ndio DCI ikaanza kumfuata. And what annoys me,
2 hours. In 2 hour duration, nakwambia, from conversations, alituma
Yeah.
video 10 in the
Yeah.
morning, 10 or 11.
Yeah.
12
Yeah.
o'clock Indian time, he was arrested. The
Yeah.
same day.
And
hour.
tulikuanga live hapa asubuhi, and it was Mabri who actually broke the news. So Mabri is the senior political analyst reporter wa Kenya Revolutionary Channel. So thank you. Na Miriam, they were telling me ati Morara amearrestiwa, and I'm like, what? Because we were actually looking at the video that he posted about Justice for Bruce, because that session was all about Justice for Bruce. And na kitu inajamisha ni kwamba all after you arrest ya Morara na him upuzia public participation, everyone wamesahau mambo ya nani Justice for Bruce na huu arrest nani Mabri, naona umerudi. Nikupatie floor ama Kiki ulikuwa unataka kuongelezea kitu before Mabri aendelee?
No, I want Mabri to come in, but I want to say what happened to Bruce. Tujasahau, he will never, and he has to get his justice in one way or the other. Again, unakumbuka sijasoma hiyo verse ya Bible. Nasema in one way or the other they will have to pay. It's not a joke.
Okay. Haya, Mabri, karibu. I hope umefika nyumbani vizuri, umetoka happy, uko sawa?
Actually nimechange tu direction, nimetoka mahali nilichukulia simu nikaenda mahali pengine, siko kwa nyumba.
Oh, sawa. Whichever way, bora unaweza communicate, that's okay.
Yeah, by the way, nimepata mkiongelelea story ya Bruce. Sijui kama mnajua the governor alijipeleka kwa DCI for questioning. That was I think jana. Alijipresent to the DCI. Probably he might be innocent because the case inalin sana kwa mamake. The mother is the key culprit in the case. So the governor alikimbia kwa DCI, amejaribu kuact Actually, it is being alleged that the mother ndiye mama huo governor ndiye alituma watu wakasodomize Bruce. So take note because okay, sorry.
No, nilikuwa nataka kusema hivi, according to Bruce alisema alisikia kwa simu vile walishamfanyia hizo vitendo. Alisikia kwa simu sauti ya governor akiwaambia hiyo kitu mshamaliza mambo yenu ndio ni walipe or something like that, kwa sababu alikuwa anasema he knows the voices of people, so he had the voice which inaweza kulead hao watu. If there was serious investigation, they might look at the phone and time and try to make. Unasema there's a link here. Okay, yeah, go ahead, Kiki.
Can I interject a little bit, Cassie?
Yeah.
If hiyo story Bruce will follow and think about jamaa na mamake, hizi ndio watu wanafanya. Jiulize what kind of people we're dealing with. Ni mamake anafanya mwanaume hivi. What kind of people are we dealing with? These are not normal people. The moment we stop our normalities, when this garbage stops. We cannot use the constitution to deal with these people when they're not using it. Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Mabri, so
mama ya mtu anafanya vitu kama hizi. Mama huyu ni mchawi ama ni nini?
Mabri, point yako ulikuwa hujamaliza na namwona Joseph Ndungu pia ametujoin hapa. So yeah, endelea.
Yeah, so like vile nilikuwa nasema first hata nikwambie this is a criminal case and whatever Bruce anasema can only be used as an evidence, but it cannot be trusted because anaweza implicate the governor on the same, because actually whatever juu alikuwa ameattack governor Although ukiangalia video yake, it was an attack to the mother of the governor. Only that
Yeah.
Target yake ilikuwa the governor.
Yes.
So hata ukiangalia the courage with the governor, hadi anajipeleka DCI, it tells you something.
Yeah.
Because sorry?
No, go ahead. Sorry. Endelea.
Okay, anyway. I have a little knowledge on dealing with criminal cases, and I think one question that will always come when we are dealing with criminal cases as such as kama hii ya Bruce is the question mark. Governor si mjinga kupiga simu like mmemaliza, you know. Hata I'm sure hawezi kuwa involved directly with the knowledge he has. So anyway, alijipeleka. We are hoping Bruce atapata justice, but I want to say something. Na leo niko very controversial.
It's
You
okay.
know, for us to change this nation, we have to be liberal-minded and objective. Ukiangalia Kasmuel Makure wakati alikuwa kwa limelight, alitumia platform yake Citizen nini kupasha waheshimiwa. Kama ulikuwa una follow, ulikuwa unaona the attack like akiguzwa anapasha na direct. You get? When it comes to the public, I think he was a different ideology and the perspective from whatever we are trying to drive as young people. Ukiangalia Morara, I think reason why ame stand out from the rest ni juu yeye akipewa platform amekuwa objective and straight to the point. Wakubali kuwa distracted by other things hapa nje. And by the way, something interesting happened. Sijui kama mlisikia. Aitwa Masi Tarus ama ni nani? That kaledi. Kenya ni home.
Yeah, Tarus. Masi Tarus, yes.
Masi Tarus ni jana alikuwa kotini ile story ya governor. Actually 2 days ago. You remember? Yeah. Finland.
Yeah.
And like ali apologize akasema she was compensated. Young people bwana. She apologized though ati amekuwa tu akiekelea huo governor, she was compensated. So hiyo kesi imeisha tu hivyo. To show like the level of what do I call it? Mediocrity.
Influenced by the government.
Yeah. Mediocrity na influence. But I want to say this. And for the record, acha nikwambie vizuri. Kenya is not safe right now. And nakumbuka nimekuwa nikiranti kitu nikiwaambia vizuri. You remember some time back, the first time I joined, nikiwaambia Kenya sahi, we are not being governed by the rule of the law. Because number one, we need to understand where the power lies. The power lies with our MPs. Na vile umesema, we need to send them home. But before we send them home, we need to make a very good infrastructure to whoever is coming in. Tunaweza chase everyone, but as long as we are dealing with the same system, we are not changing anything. Because atakuwa Morara atakuwa president, then what? As long as hiyo chama yake itakuwa imefikisha enough MPs, young people who can resonate with him, itakuwa a fail. Because ODM wataenda wachukue watu wao sijui 100 UDA wachukue watu wao 100 nini, it according to the law si ataimpichiwa.
Yeah.
What will happen after that? We need to be strategic about the fight for revolution.
Mabri, before ni bring nani, wacha nitaleta John Ndugu hapa next, but I would like to say this about your comment about infrastructure or system. I don't think the system is the problem per se. The system that has the corrupt system ni kitu imeletwa. We have a system that is guided by the constitution. The problem in Kenya is that the executive branch of government, which the president is part of, influence easy every arm of government. Amenunua the whole legislative body, amenunua the whole judiciary, and he has great influence on all the independent bodies, like the police and all that stuff. Okay, so the laws zinaandikwa huko State House. Okay, na alafu anaita wabunge illiterates kupitisha hiyo kitu anataka whatever, na naiba na anafanya vitu vyote and nothing is being done. Tuseme hata kama tuseme wakitaka kushika Chirchir, Ruto atapiga simu hapa aseme hey listen, wachilia hii kitu. So you see, ndio maana watu kama mimi na wengine weo tunasema the problem ni ku get rid of this executive branch which is headed by Ruto, because yeye ndio mkubwa na analeta hii corruption permeate through all the independent bodies and other arms of government. That's where the problem is. He's the head of the snake. The snake kichwa nyoka inio. So tukimwondoa, the next person who comes in have to have a clear understanding that we have a constitution, a system in place that has checks and balances, and we the people also, we shall be actively, not only this legislative body and the judiciary, will be actively watching and making sure that they do something that's right. Your last comment before we bring Joseph Ndongo very quickly.
Yeah. I want to bring a contrary opinion to your sentiments. Yeah, we're having a discussion. Tunachanuana, sindio? Now, I'm telling you, the system we have in Kenya, the system we have in Kenya is the biggest problem, because deliberately it was meant to fail. Because, like I've asked you, ukiangalia in our systems of governance. Sorry, okay.
Hold on.
Nasema, sorry. Nasema, the system is the biggest challenge we have, because it was deliberately meant to fail. In this way, right now, we all know, according to the Kenyan constitution, who is the most powerful leader between the president and the MP?
None, actually. The power is supposed to be divided. Actually, the legislative body have argued that the legislative body ideally is supposed to be the more powerful than the executive, because the legislative body, is where our representatives, they are representing us. But go ahead. Yeah.
Actually, like the parliament is supposed to be the most powerful house in this nation, but instead, the president is the party leader of the majority of the members in that parliament, and the opposition, who is not elected but dictates numbers in parliament, unfortunately, as I say, in our decision making as a nation, because if we want to pass a bill, then if I want to pass a bill in parliament, I don't have to go through my MCP, I have to go through his party leader, because the party leader will convene all of them.
My brain.
Actually, that's what has been happening. Okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
Can I contradict you a little bit too?
Sure.
And I don't want to be unfair to Joseph, to join, but kila kitu inafanyika nchi yetu originates from Ruto. He is the one who is pushing everything that's happening in Kenya. And
I agree with you 100% on that. But I was speaking to the system, how it is meant to work. Sorry.
Oh, it's fair. That's
fair. Yeah, so I was like giving a brief on how the system is supposed to work, because you remember last time we were talking about how Kalonzo as a person can claim to be an opposition leader, or rather a leader in this nation. It's because he demands numbers in parliament. So if I need to pass a bill, I'll go through Kalonzo, not through a Wiper MP, because Kalonzo will convene them. And you can check with the way the finance bill was being voted in. It was on a party merit, not on wananchi basis, because wananchi, every mwananchi alikataana nayo, but because party leader yako amekuambia fanya hivi, there was nothing you could do. That's why Ruto ako na kiburi akiita MPs State House, anajua I command the majority, they will pass what I want. A good example is with the Rigathi impeachment. Umeona vile anairun, anawaita State
Yeah.
House, then wale ni wa from a different party, anawapea handouts. So I
Mabry,
think,
Yeah.
yeah,
Mabry, I think your point is very valid, and this is where some of us we have seen this through, and I'll
yeah,
tell you this is how this will work. Unajua, tunaongea about nini? Tunaongea about nchi yetu.
yes,
Tunaongea story ya Traore, tumeona hizi vitu. Nakwambia one thing, mute yourself if you don't mind. That 1 minute, then I'll give you time, please.
okay.
Ile kitu hatuna, we do not have weapons. But we do not need weapons. We do not. If you're in the government and you're using the weapons we pay with our taxpayers, your family will be our shield. It's not a joke.
Okay, Kiki, you're kind of going off the Nino. I get what you're saying, but you're kind of getting off that. What I wanted to, I get you. I see what you're going with this. But let me bring in John Dungu. What I wanted to say about that, Nani Mabry, you're correct. The party leaders, they kind of dictate how the party is the That's why I like what Wamuchomba did during the finance bill. She defied her party leader and said, I'm not voting with it. Joseph Ndugu, karibu sana. I'm sorry we kept you Mabry, hold on just
Okay, I'll join in. I'll be following. Yeah. So I'll just be awaiting.
Okay, all right. We'll come back to you. Joseph Ndungu, karibu sana. Sorry we kept you waiting. Discussion ilikuwa inaenda vizuri. Yeah, go ahead. Joseph Ndungu.
Hello, mnanipata?
Yeah, tunakupata. Karibu.
Okay, thank you very much, comrades. All I wanted to say is that I wanted to condemn the act that happened in Mombasa about that guy. I really condemn it. Hii Kenya tuko sahizi, mimi hata nashindo what is really happening. If someone can do that to a person and they walk freely, mimi I think we have a rotten Kenya. By now it's not something to hide. Kila mtu sasa amejua kwamba hapa hakuna kitu inaitwa serikali. Serikali ni watu wanajitafutia na ni watu ambaye wanajishughulikia. That thing is very traumatizing. Hata hiyo video hauwezi ukaiwatch mara mbili. The next thing I want to say is that how to remove Ruto. What I know, there's no thing as government. It's only banks and institutions. Government is it's how someone governs a country using the constitution. But what is happening now, we know it's not happening. It's hard to remove Ruto because we all know that he's hiding behind the guns. Unaona? So ni ngumu sana kumtoa hapo. The only way I think to remove him ni kumarch kwenda State House. That is the only way. Lakini saizi hiyo jamaa akiwa kwa kiti inakuwa ni ngumu. So if Ruto is a knight in shining armor, so hata Gachagua pia. Lakini kama Gachagua ni nguruwe, hata mkubwa yake ni hivyo hivyo tu. So mi sikuwa na mambo mingi ya kusema, nilikuwa nataka kusema tu hiyo na kuchangia na kucondemn the act that happened in Mombasa. So unaweza patia mtu mwingine time yangu aendelee.
Asante sana, John. All right, Kiki, you're next. You were talking about, I think to Nani, John, Pia, Joseph, I'm sorry. He was kind of hinting what you're talking about. Yes, Ruto ni serikali, he has the guns. We do not have the guns. So, and I agree with him fully. Akisema, the only realistic way we can remove Ruto is through popular revolution. The problem is to herd all these people to come together and see that if we come together fearlessly, march to State House and remove this person, That's the only way we can do it, but bado tunatengwa na mambo ya sijui Gachagua, mambo ya sijui nani, sijui. Go ahead to your point. Kiki, are you there? Sawa. Mabri bado uko?
Yeah, niko kama ibada. Mnanipata?
Yes, nakupata.
Yeah, so I think I want to agree with Joseph. The only way to do away with Ruto right now is to march to the State House. There's no other way. Mtu yote anangoja hawa MPs wa impeach Ruto anaota, because he dictates majority of the house. Unajua, it's about voting anyway. But now, interestingly, let's talk about the Rigathi impeachment. Kama mlisikia Wakenya jana, enyewe Wakenya wamekasirika.
Yeah, Wakenya wamekasirika.
They are not interested with the gimmicks and innuendos. And for your information, two things are happening. Vile kuna vitu mbili zinafanyika. So I think the Rigathi impeachment was just a cover for everything.
It's a decoy. Rigathi impeachment is a decoy.
Yeah, it is a decoy, because at the same time, we were supposed to have public participation regarding the issue of extending the presidential term. So as people who are busy like shouting about, oh, kufa dereva kufa makanga, they didn't know. At the same time, something else was happening, like imekuwa a country of confusion. So we talk about the Rigathi issue. People don't know. Today was supposed to be public participation about extending the presidential term. Not today, yesterday still. That was discussed nowhere. But to your surprise, utashangaa kuona ati, oh, this and this discussed and this was what was agreed. Rigathi is going nowhere. Hizi michezo tunazijua. Rigathi is going nowhere. But I'm telling you, like, kama huku kwetu sisi tumeamua, like, si tunaelekea Mashujaa Day as a nation, we are not going to join any political leader in celebration of Mashujaa Day. Instead, we are going to have an independent forum whereby we are going to celebrate our heroes who lost their lives during the maandamano. And we mean business. Kama umekuwa keen kwa kufollow stories za maandamano, you remember there is an organization ilioffer kudonate blood for the young people all over Kenya. Those, actually, I was among the people who spoke on that forum, because that's my group. I'm the founder of that group. And we are not relenting. Tunasukuma kusukuma. They kill us, they abduct us. Either way, hata wasipotuua shida zitatuua. So watu abduct watuue, that's an easy way out anyway.
Yeah.
But what I can advise my fellow young people, we need to be objective. Ukipata forum, it is about convincing people to resonate with you, not about kuonyesha watu vile wewe ni mkali, kupasha watu matusi. Lessons learned from Caswell Makure. Huyu kijana kama mliona, he was very articulate, he was very good, but akipata na mheshimiwa kwa forum, hata ni nakumbuka akipasha madam fulani about Kithure Kindiki. The dad of the kids or something, you know. And wanasiasa, that's how they are going to beat us. So we need to get into their game and beat them at it. Beating them at it, it will not take us at Mabri now is the leader of the young people, Munani follow. It is about you, Kasirika, take initiative. Start from where you are. Mimi mahali niko at whatever levels, of influence I can, I do what I can. Kenyan revolution is whatever you can, you do it at your levels, because that way watatafuta leader watakosa.
We agree, bro. That
But
is 100,000% true.
as long as they are going to identify Mabri as the leader, tunarudisha tu enzi za nani Raila Odinga, where tunafuata Raila akisema tuandamane, akisema hatuandamani, akifanya handshake tumeisha. We need, as young people, we need to be creative, and already tushawaonyesha we can be. Na hii story ya Rigathi, by the way, mtu yote asijaribu kuchocha wa Kenya that Rigathi paid for nini, zilikuwa zinaitwa demos hizo chaos, because I'll pose a question between the peaceful demos and the violence which happened, ni gani ilikuwa ina favor Rigathi? Because when we were peaceful, Ruto was going home. Rigathi had a leverage on that. In fact, angepromote more peace, because hakuna kitu ilikuwa inapea Ruto wasiwasi kama peaceful demos, whereby ukigonga kitu ya mtu tunakushika, tunakukeni, tunakupeana kwa polisi.
Yes.
But when demos became chaotic, what happened?
And you know watu wa ODM ndio walifiltrate hiyo demos zikaanza kuwa chaotic, watu wakaanza vita.
Si watu wa ODM, wacha kuharibia watu wa ODM jina, because in ODM kuna majenzi, they were there. There were a few goons who believed that Raila Odinga is untouchable. Those were paid goons. And they cannot be liberal thinkers. They are depending on the 200 to survive. So, I don't want to blame the entire ODM cluster, but I'm telling you, ODM is a party like any other, but hizi political parties zinatuharibu, like hizi ndio zinatupeleka kwa shida, because as much as the party leader will always have power, wananchi will always stay victimized and powerless. Last time I asked, at what point do I support my MP? I vote for my MP to get to parliament. Na akifika hapo, now he starts serving the party leader and not the mwananchi. That's what the system is meant to fail.
Now, the reason why excuse me, the reason why nimesema ODM ni kwa sababu before maandamano hizo za vita, most of them they were making videos on ninio kwa TikTok, wanasema muache kuninio baba sijui nini, msijui muache kusema baba, mkiongea mambo ya baba hapa tutaona, muendeni maandamano mtaona. Walikuwa naongea na t-shirt watu wa ninio, t-shirt hao Gen Z. And regarding whether Rigathi might be behind that, Kipembe Mburu, I think his name is, walikuwa naongea mahali na Rigiji akasimama akasema kama mjui, sisi tulikuanga the people behind this organizing this nationwide maandamano. I'm not saying that's a direct link to Rigathi, but you know, why did he say sisi and Rigathi was right next to him saying such a thing? Or is in mchezo wa town?
Ndio nakwambia, you know, we are not stupid. Hata yeye mwenyewe kusimama aseme sisi, we are not stupid. We know he's trying to drive something that next time, because yeye ni mjinga tu asimame aseme sisi, akijua Rigiji atakuwa kwa shida. You know, what they are trying to do is sell the perspective that in any case tutaitana maandamano, usikuje kuna watu wanalipwa. That's the narrative they are trying to drive. Na ita work. Let me tell you, this government is so desperate.
Mabry.
Yes.
Mabry. Let me tell you one thing. And I know sometimes it's hard to understand. Vitu zingine we cannot see ahead. Some of us could. And I'm not saying that I'm the one that can see it, but nakwambia hizi vitu tunaona, they are done. We are seeing the dying cakes. of these people, all of them. We know this. Tunaona. That's what they're trying. Even, I don't know, Mavericks, you come out for siasa za home. I know you're there. Walikuwa nasema they're trying to extend. It was a field to extend from 5 years to 7 years. Wajaribu.
No, you know, the problem is, okay, ikipita na nimekuambia vizuri
haitapita.
The parliament will mess this nation to the latter. Hata ukiangalia story za finance bill, si tulikuwa hapa tukiwaambia isipite until tuende kwa street, walikuwa washapitishwa wakisema wananchi wana support. Ni mwananchi mgani wa ni support?
Ruto alisign hiyo bill, yes or no? Nakwambia
no. Okay, let me challenge you on that. Because you know, anytime before the finance bill, there is what we call the appropriations bill, which is presented to the president before the finance bill. Appropriation is whereby we map out like we need money to do 1, 2, 3. So the finance bill is coming in to show us where we are going to get the money. Ruto rejected the finance bill but ascended to the appropriations bill, which ndio imetusukuma kwa hii narrative unasikia we have to borrow I guess 1 trillion or so. And please correct me if I'm wrong, Kenyan revolutionary, because that's how I understand it works. So for him rejecting finance bill ilikuwa tu ile tu public perception. You cannot reject finance bill and send to the appropriations bill. They are one and the same thing.
Yes, let me make it clear. In your appropriation bill, like you said, appropriation bill basically it shows us where the money will be spent on what, whether it's how much will go to the education in your department or healthcare department or whatever the case is. Now the finance bill is where we are going to get the money from the wananchi. We need, because the government needs that permission from the people to be taxed, and from what? To their paycheck or whatever the case is. So the difference, if once the finance bill imepasiwa, if there's a difference, that's where within this finance bill, ile pesa sisi tutalipa ushuru iende kulipia hizo vitu ziko kwa appropriation bill. And yes. So if there's any, kama hatuwezi collect enough, that's where they usually borrow. But borrowing is usually only for development. So your appropriation bill, kama kuna development fulani inafaa kufanyika, that's where we borrow from. And also it requires the renewal ya parliament. So
you agree with
to
me?
Your point, yes, I agree with you.
You agree with me when I say sorry? Okay.
Yes.
No.
I'm just. I know what you're saying, Joseph Nani Mabri. You make a good point saying that walishapitisha appropriation bill, which basically means they've agreed that X amount will go to what and what and what. So we know the amount of money that needs to be raised. The problem is we didn't agree on the finance bill how we are going to raise it. So I get what you're saying. But
and
anyways,
worth noting, appropriation bill Ruto aliyasend after reject finance bill. So hiyo ni kutu fuck up as a nation.
Yes. Yeah.
Mabri, let me explain this to you.
Okay.
As a country, you can't borrow. You can only borrow for development. As we talk right now, within 3 months, Ruto amekopa 300 billion. Half of it haijafika mpaka to the Kenyan account. Nakwambia, we see these things. We work in these banks. We know it is. Nakwambia, whether you like it or not, But or they don't, so they're killing us. They're killing the kids. They're killing everyone. This information is all over. Whether you like it or not, and Ajua Mabri, we agree on everything. But easy vitu is what we have to make sure they fail. And we go for our money. Isi mchezo nakwambia. Unajua tunaongea story ya MPs, MCAs. Hakuna kwenye wataienda. Sell a country, utaishi wapi? Stop what you do. What you're doing, stop. As a government, Ruto, if you're watching this, stop. This madness has to stop. How much money do you need? You
And
insecure.
Kiki,
No,
let me ask you.
No, let me finish, please.
Let me ask
And
you.
Joseph, feel free to jump in. Naona umenyamaza hapo. Sorry, we are not involving you, but you can jump in anytime. Go ahead, Mabri.
Nasikia.
Oh,
Okay.
so Joseph, I want to ask you, how do you think this madness will stop? Because conscious ya Ruto haimwambia asimame.
No, this is how it will stop. The moment I'm a control, if you think about a constitution, wale watu wako na power ni my MPs. And that's the first thing he paid. But hao watu wanaishi wapi? In a neighborhood. Think about it. Wazazi watu wanaishi wapi? Watoto wao wanasomea wapi? Well, we know them. Uza nchi yetu, see what happens. Keep doing it. The finance bill was a warning. Keep doing this garbage you're doing. See what happens. This is not a joke. You realize it's a joke on you. If you do it, it will be a joke on you in your life. Na semi life like wewe utakuwa slave, ile pesa umeiba utarudisha yote. Everywhere you come from. Usiuze nchi yetu. Usiuze, just don't do it. You're getting paid enough money. I think in Kenya making some money. What else do you need? How selfish do you have to be? You want more money than a million Kenyans. How many Kenyans are making that kind of money in Kenya? How selfish do you have to be?
Kiki, I need to challenge you on one thing.
Go ahead.
I want you to get to understand. I want us to understand the Kenyan politics as they are and as they unfold.
Can I challenge you on something?
We might preach.
For me, I do not see it as a politics. I see it as life and death situation. And most of Kenyans are seeing it the same way. Si mchezo. That's why unasikia story. Wamekuwa wamekipushi story ya Gachagua nini? Jana, with all the media, KTN, Citizen, and TV, wamekuwa wakipushi Gachagua, right? When they were on the ground, what happened? Waliambiwa dereva, makanga, na hata mimi nataka kuongeza watu wengine. Mwenye aliingia kwa hiyo gari akijua watu ni mlevi. Mwenye aliweka hiyo gas akijua dereva ni mlevi. They all have to go. All of them. And we know all of them.
I wouldn't agree with you, Les. They all need to go, but before they go and we bring in other people, we also need to check on our system. One thing we bring out clear na tunakubaliana ni the MPs are the superpower.
Yes, we agree on that.
Let me ask you.
They're not.
Kibaso amekuwa akienda akionyesha
MPs are not superpowers. They are our voices.
They hold the supreme power because they can impeach a president.
Yes.
Anyway, my point is, na ndio nikwambie, we are not making any steps. You remember, Morara Kebaso amekuwa akienda akionyesha the fake projects zimekuwa launch and everything. In Morarake Baso's concept, that's a criminal because you are deceiving the public. That's criminal. That's a criminal act by itself.
Sikusikia.
Ni
Tumesema
ukweli
nini?
because nasema Morarake Baso kitu amekuwa akifanya, amekuwa aki-expose government zile fake projects wamekuwa wakilaunch. Ni ukweli?
Yes, of course.
So by that act, the government is committing a crime by launching fake projects, allocating money, and nothing is done.
So, on the same token, nitakuuliza.
Si ni ukweli?
No, on the same token,
yes.
On the same token, nitakuuliza. Unajua, let's have a conversation, right? On the same token, the justice system doesn't work, right? If you think,
sorry,
venye Murara anafanya, kila mtu unajua hivyo. DCI ama the whole investigation part of it unajua. Mbona haijafanya anything towards it? And this is
exactly
where
I was coming to that.
And this is where, as the people, we will decide. We have to decide as people what we want in the country. If the justice system doesn't work for us, they have to go home. We make good lawyers who follow the law work for us.
Now, I want to, before I leave, I want to say two key things. And I'm reacting to whatever we've been discussing anyway. So, by the fact that Morarake Baso amekuwa aki-expose hizi project which are criminal, I expect the parliament as a house, since ni wao approve vile sisi uchukua loans from any other international firm, ni wao approve, we need to ask the parliament, mbona wanaendelea ku-approve more? Who should be holding who accountable?
The parliament do not work for you. They got paid. They got sold out. So that's why we went to the parliament on 25th. That's why we stormed the parliament. Because they
So
don't
at
work.
this point tunakubaliana parliament ndio the sole problem.
No, Ruto is the problem and parliament is next to it.
The problem in Kenya is Rutoism, not Ruto. Nakwambia tukikanyaga ma MP wawili watatu wataitwa hiyo state house.
No, you're right.
Let me finish my point.
Yeah.
Tukikanyaga ma MP wawili watatu, na kama uliona finance bill, what happened ni tulianza kuwasalimia kidogo, unasikia nyumba ya MP ilichomwa, si walikuwa wanaitwa state house, wanaambiwa wafanye hivi, wanakataa. Because ukishavinya huyu Ruto depends on the MPs kupitisha hizi vitu wanafanya. The same as sisi wananchi tuna depend on MPs to hold Ruto accountable. Anyway, point number 2, and I want to remind you something. 2013, there's something to change, but haiku attract public attention na ndio inatuuma saa hii. The Public Finance Act, I guess if so, wali amend because initially the idea was when we borrow, the money was supposed to enter in a consolidated account whereby the Minister of Finance angesema hii tulikopa China this amount, hii tulikopa hapa hii amount, hii tulikopa hapa hii amount, we have this, we can use it this way. But wali amend ikakuwa nikikopa do China, it does not need to enter into any Kenyan account, inaenda kwa project direct. That's where we have proxy companies in run tenders in this nation and everything. It is there in the public domain. Go and check. So Ruto akiboro, the reason why hata ujuagi pesa ya Kenya huenda wapi tukiboro, and the reason why we cannot show why we have a debt of 10 trillion but barabara zetu ni milioni 2 in value is because walichenjio nini. You never know nani utransact hizi bill, hii pesa huenda wapi. And ukiulizeni finance minister ajuagi like what is happening. Badi mmemwona amekuwa the most confused human being right now because things are happening. So
Mabri, you're right. Sorry to I'm sorry to continue. You're right, but your law it's illegal because inaitwaje yo it's in our laws inasema, like you say rightfully, pesa ambayo tumeboro lazima it has to go to the consolidated consolidated what do you call it, funds, which is in our national bank, whatever the case is, KCB or whatever the case is. So any law that is made, so any law that is meant to divert that from the foreign bank to Meboro and to go through these private farms and your project is illegal in itself.
But it was through the parliament. They amended that law during Uhuru era.
Yes, and it's illegal. It's illegal. You can't do that. That's why it needs to be rectified. Yes. So very quickly, naona nani amenyamaza sana. Joseph Ndugu alikuwa nasikia Melchizedek pia maingia, najua kuna point kali. Joseph, toa point yako alafu nimkaribishe Melchizedek pia ameingia hapa, nataka kutoa point.
Okay, before I I want to say this. Sorry,
okay, very quickly.
Joseph, pole. Yeah. Okay. I'm leaving na drive home, so I guess ndawajoin baadaye kindly.
Sawa. Haya.
Okay, mimi kenye nafikiria from my point of view, I think removing Ruto is not about it's not what Ruto is not thinking the way we think that he's thinking. Unaona? Sisi tunafikiria ati vile tutamtoa, but this guy has something hidden. There's something that is hidden and it is not in the public knowledge. Huyu mtu kuna kitu anataka na kuna. You think Ruto is very stupid. He doesn't know what is going on the ground. No. There's something hidden. Kuna kitu imefichia ambayo huyu mtu anafanya. This guy hata yeye mwenyewe anajua.
What do you think?
2027.
No. What do you think that thing is? Because unajua tunajaribu kusaidiana hapa. What do you think that thing is? Hata sisi tunajaribu kufikiria hii kitu.
Mimi venye mimi naangalia, this guy is not he will not run for 2027. I think he wants to collect everything and shift away, or I think he want to collect a lot of money in such a way he's the only one speaking in Kenya, because ukiangalia hapo nyuma what he did first was to send the person who was anakani kama anaweza bishana naye na huyo mtu alikuwa Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta.
Lakini nikuulize my brother. Nadhani let's agree, because we can tell he's a greedy person. Kila kitu about him is about money. Hata kwa kuwa na $50 billion in Kenya, ukuwe the second richest person in Africa, right? Na uwezi ukaishi nchi yako. Do you think that makes sense? Or in his head it doesn't make sense? It doesn't matter to him.
But do you know I think what he's thinking on his mind that he will have the backup of a tribal backup. Unaona? Ya mtu wetu. Unaona? So akienda akae pale Sugoi, ambaye mtu akikuja alia hapo anataka unga unapai kidogo. Kwani mtaweza kuguza Mtaweza kuguza I think that guy is what he's thinking. Huyu jamaa hata sahihi mwenyewe intelligence yake mwenyewe.
No, umeuliza kama tuguza yeye. Bro, let me be honest here. Kuna anything inauzwa nchi yetu, anything inaibiwa sahi, with the awareness that our generation knows that itaenda away. Even the Kenyatas, they better be afraid. We are getting our money back. It's not a joke. And I think this is why this jamaa kila kitu naiba anapeleka abroad. Fortunately, hajui we live in that abroad. We live there. So I would suggest to him, if I was counseling him, you're not going anywhere. And on top of it, I know he has a lot of health issues. He's done. Any money you have na familia yako yote, even your concubines, we're taking all of it. All of it. cheza na maisha watu. You force us to make the tough decisions, but it's not tough decisions for you, but for our country.
But recently I saw akinecha mtoto yake kwa hii mambo ya Adani and everything.
Yeah. Anadhani si wajinga. Unajua? Bro, unajua hizi vitu? Unajua? Siri tuna create hizo account. We work for all these banks and all that stuff. We know this. This is why Amenya exposed this man. Some of us, we know this stuff. And when it's time to hit and hit hard, we expose them. Joke around. Unajua, kuna ile kitu za kwa Twitter, inajua FAFO. Fuck around and find out. You're just going to find out. You find out soon.
All right. Kiki, asante na nani John ndugu. Haya, Melchizedek, ulikuwa unalilia link, niliweka link, nimekaa hapa 1 hour. Hata tumejadiliana mambo ilikuwa moto hapa, sijui ulienda wapi. The floor is yours. Niwache mimi, unajua siongei sana. Niwache kusound kama nani Mato.
Unasema nini bwana?
Karibu.
Mimi umenikasirisha mpaka hata niko karibu kukunyoa.
Wewe kama umekuja na hapo na hasira, nitakuweka na Kiki huko. Unajua Kiki ndiye ako na Mr. Hasira hapa, atakumaliza. Na niongeze ani juu yake.
Wewe unapotea, alafu kama wewe unapoteanga tu kama vitu zimeshika moto. Kama imetulia ndio unarudi. Anyway.
Okay.
Nataka kuongea kidogo tu juu ya Marara na Ruto na Gachagua. Impeachment yenye inaendelea ambayo inasema hizo ni stories za ajabu, tuachane nazo. Hizo tulikuwa sema Ruto na nani, watu wanasema na mdomo, hawataki kufanya maneno. Kama walikuwa wanataka watu waende vile walienda, mimi unajua kuna vitu zingine inakuanga logical. Mwezi wenda mkapiga kelele huku Bomas, alafu muna expect hao wa MPs ndio wafanye mambo zao. Hakuna kitu kama hiyo. Hao watu walikuwa nunuliwa. Mfanye nini bado itaendelea. Muongee, mfanye nini. Mimi hiyo siwezi pa support. Unaelewa? So vitu yote ambayo inaendelea hapo mimi siwezi ongea juu vile watu wanaelewa hiyo mambo ni tofauti na vile mimi naelewa.
Mkubwa, kwani uko kwa nini kwa kitchen tena? Hii makelele ni aje?
Kitchen gani? Wewe nyamaza bwana. Wewe nyamaza, mimi nikiongea unanyamaza.
Imefika ile wakati.
Unajua saa hii naweza peleka mtu ndani na lale kabisa. Nile.
Leo lakini hasira imetoka. Mko na hasira nyinyi?
Tuongea ndani gani though? We have to go back there. Ndani gani? Did it kind of ama huyu jamani ni wa Mombasa ama gani? What is this?
Kiki unajua wewe unatafuta tu maneno kwa mdomo yangu na ile.
Oh, I know I'm doing it on purpose.
Bas nyamaza.
Endelea na point Melchizedek.
Nyamaza.
Mwache vita yenu.
Sasa wachia maneno yenye yuko ndani, watu wafanye vile wanataka kwa sababu sisi watu wa Kenya ni wale. Hakuna change. Wanaongea mingi lakini hakuna tofauti. Unaelewa? Sasa unapita unaona mtu vile walikuwa wanaenda pale, kama walikuwa watu wazuri hawakukubali hata. Sasa walikuwa wanapiga Marara juu ya nini? Hata tu kusema ukweli, mtu mwenye alikuja tu aka ground, alikuja vizuri tukaona. wao walikuwa walimpiga kwa nini, ama alikuwa ni goons ama nini? Hiyo ni swali naweza uliza, kama mnajua naweza kunijibu.
Ni swali ni goons walikuwa wanadibu. Now let me just give you maybe 1 second please. Alienda Bomas pekee, alafu hakuitikisha nini the security wake waingie, so aliingia peke yake because that's the point, walikuwa kumchapa peke yake bila nini his security. That's what happened.
So walikuwa wanamchapa juu ya hawako na security yake, ama walikuwa wanamchapa how? You know, there is something that I said in there that even me I don't.
Nimekujibu, nimesema wakati aliingia kwa Bomas walimwambia kuna space juu, kuna space nini vacancy, so kuna maybe two seats, so akasema ataingia na mtu mwingine, so wala kuwa na other guns walikuwa wamepanga.
I guess anauliza why were they beating him? Yes, they were setting him up for a beat up.
No reason, because aliingia tu hivi na akachukua nilikuwa nimeona akasimama na watu wakaanza kumrushia nini, so the reason why
yeah, Melchizedek nafikiri unauliza hivi, okay, Kiki is explaining how walimset up ndio apigwe, lakini sasa Melchizedek, I think you're asking walikuwa na mset up wampige kwa nini? Why did they want to beat him up? I think that's what you're asking, right?
Main question.
It's a threat. Is that a question, or you need us to tell you that?
Now he's a threat, and that's a good answer. A threat to who? The people who are there, the presidents?
Threat to the president, the MPs, or the wananchi. Tulikuwa na watu watatu, tulikuwa na wananchi, tulikuwa na MPs ambao walikuwa hapo na sijui senators, na walikuwa na president. Alikuwa threat kwa nani? Kwa wananchi, president, ama ndio kwa tunaongea maneno ya president na
Modo. Unajua ni Ruto. Hizi vitu, hata hizi impeachment imetoka kwa nani? Si ni Ruto. So this is who
umejibu. Sasa swali langu ni, nilikuwa nimesikia Jeff akiongea. Anaongea vizuri, but vile anaongea ni kama anajua Ruto zaidi kutushinda, unaelewa? Ruto haezi fanya chochote, hata mimi naweza face Ruto. Ruto yenye ako nayo ni moja. Huyu anaitwa na nungu ama na Joseph, yeah. Ulikuwa unaongea ati hakuna mtu anaweza guza Ruto. Hata wewe unaweza guza Ruto. Wewe ni uko tu na uoga. Mimi ningekuwa ground, mimi naweza guza Ruto. Ruto hakuna kitu anaweza mfanya, kitu yenye akona hizo madogi yenye anamlinda. Yeye ndio kitu yako nayo, ndio anaweza sema anamlinda. There is nothing. Ruto tuna hizo nini zake.
Tuko karibu hapo. Usipush sana, tuko karibu hapo. Tunaenda hapo.
So very good.
Wacha kumuona sema.
Namwambia to the fact. We need to be so people that when something is bad is bad. When something is good. We cannot preach the wine and we are drinking water. You know? When we are talking about this regime, the government itself, these people we don't need to talk about them. We need to tell them that we don't want them, and that should be our one that everyone is talking about. And we should find a solution on how they are going. Tunaelewana?
Tuko pamoja.
Yes, boss. Tuko pamoja endelea.
So ikifika wakati mtu anaona amefika penye imefika sahi, hatuwezi kusema ya kwamba ati hatuwezi fanya hivi. Tunaweza fanya. Kila kitu iko kwa mkono yetu. Sisi ndio hatutaki kufanya kwa sababu some people they still have that mind that maybe they can change. They will never change.
Mondo, unajua one of the best things that we have in our country, one of the things that I would say probably a constitution in our country, we the people will decide. We will decide. When it comes to decide, we will decide which side. If you're one of the people who sold us, we will decide. Again, nimekuja hapa nikaambiwa sijui nisianze kusoma Bible hapa. Nimekuja nikasema eye for an eye. Nikaambiwa usisome Bible hapa. We will decide. And these MPs and the government should know. We will decide. Just a matter of time. Keep pushing us. Keep pushing us. We will decide. Whether you like it or not. You're forcing us to decide. No, go ahead.
Mimi, what I think is that what we should do is should continue creating more platforms like this one to educate the people, so that I think you cannot plant a tree and expect to eat its fruit or use its shade in one day. So hii revolution tunahitaji ni it will take some time, but we will finally make it. Unaona, what we need ni public kuelewesha raia mambo ya tribalism na mambo ya kupigia mtu wetu, so that when the next generation comes we'll have the numbers. Lakini saizi bado kuna watu unasikia ni mtu wetu. So lakini tukiendelea kuwa na platform kama hizi, tuendelee kueducate the people, watu waendelee venye nimeona juzi watu wamefanya wakati wa impeachment, I think we'll be able to remove this guy, or we'll be able to have a good governance that will help in terms of providing services to the people. But kutoa Ruto saizi mimi naona itakuwa, it will be somehow difficult, but we'll make it. We need a strategy. Najua hii vitu mtu anafanyanga kitu yote, hata biashara ukifanya mpaka uwe na mpa kitu ya kwanza ile mimi
my brother no go.
Yeah.
So which is what you just said is very true actually. So according to you, what do you think that's the avenue? Because we're here for the avenue.
What I think what I think is kupata the avenue to remove this guy.
Yes.
I think we should mobilize the people and storm State House, like that country nimesahau jina yake venye walifanya
Bangladesh.
Yeah, because I'm sure the military will side with the people. The military always sides with the people. No. That is the only way ambayo tunaweza tukasaidika. Lakini tusema tutumie, if we say that we go by the book, huyu mtu my friend amevuta karibu kila kitu, hakuna kitu tutaweza kusoma hapo ndani.
Bro, hatuwezi kutumia kitabu kama yeye hatumii kitabu.
Yeah.
Whatever tutumie the same thing.